It is Wednesday, the 16th of June, 2021. We are continuing to play. I can't even remember the name of the
Night's
Night's
Dark
Dark
Terror.
That's it.
Terror.
1-0.
No,
Singular.
yes. Sorry, we must be recording. Obviously.
We are.
So, as you may remember from last time, you tracked the goblins who'd stolen the horses to a bandit camp in the Dimrak forest, where you met one Miss L. Theodore, equine entrepreneur and dealer in fine horses.
She's a horse.
No, she's a dealer in fine horses.
Sorry. Well, she said she was an equine.
Equine entrepreneur.
She's an
Let's
equine
flip.
trader.
Yes, go on.
You know, well, maybe she has a bit of a horse face. I don't know.
She's a bit British aristocracy.
Do we say to her, why the long face?
What do you mean she can use all 5 vowels when saying the word O?
Now, she has offered you a deal that she will sell the horses back to you for 50 gold pieces.
How much for each front?
Which, of course, is outrageous.
It's That's outrageous.
Thank you.
So what was your?
How much are we... No, hang on. How much are we getting?
I don't really want to spend too much.
No, how much
time on
are
this
we
encounter,
getting?
quite frankly.
That went completely unnoticed by everybody else but you.
What was it?
I'll listen back for it later.
David said, she'll sell the horses back to you. And I said, how much for its front?
You're an idiot.
Jesus.
Love it.
Sorry.
Literalist humour. Literalist humour.
Now, hang on. As far as I
Oh,
know,
yeah, good laugh.
we're being paid 150 GP each for the delivery of these horses.
So you could make a profit off it.
How many
I
horses
can
are
take
there?
my hat off. It's warmed me up. So.
Good question. I did have that information written down. 24.
Oh, Jesus. Okay. Ray, negotiate.
Okay. Sorry. So, can you just recap them?
She
those
wants
amounts?
50 GP a horse, and there's 24 of them.
Okay. We have a problem. You have received good stolen goods. These do not belong to you. Regardless of the fact that you've paid good money for them, they still do not belong to you. They belong to our client, which we're taking them back to. However, we would like to come to an amicable agreement.
I may be
To take them
conducive
back.
to an amicable agreement, so long as it is indeed amicable.
One thing for sure is you're not going to make the money back that you paid for them. But we would rather take them on goodwill rather than taking them on bad. Is there any ways in which we can structure a deal, or is there anything you require,
I
or
like this guy.
whatever?
For fuck's sake.
Is there anything
Is that what she said?
you can do?
Calculator's not
While
working.
he's talking.
Oh, right. That was a comment from her.
She gets her abacus out. Fuck's sake.
Broken again.
Broken. Fucking abacus.
So, by the way, we've just fought off several hordes of goblins, and I broke a nail whilst
Yes.
doing that. So I don't really want to have to fight you for them.
Yes, I do.
I'd rather come to a reasonable agreement.
I must
I
say,
lost a hit point in that as well.
my lady, that you would probably be no match for us.
Now, of course, goblins aren't the most trustworthy of customers.
As you found out, no doubt.
So, perhaps,
Hmm?
I'm willing to believe that these are indeed stolen horses. But, of course, I do need to make my own money back. So how about I give you, let's say,
She's going to give us a quest.
12 of the horses.
That's half of the horses, by the way.
Okay.
And I keep the rest.
How many do we need to take?
Well, they took... There was 40 stolen. We know that 17 died. Which doesn't add up.
That
Because
means
there's
there's
24
still...
left.
Well,
The goblins haven't sold all of them.
Look, there's 24. It says right here in the thing. So what we might have done our sums wrong, or maybe the module did
The
sums wrong.
modules might have done it some wrong
It
because
doesn't
there's
matter.
there's
Right
an
now,
maybe this is an important plot point. There's an extra horse.
there's an extra horse. Which one's the extra one? It's actually a sentient unicorn.
Yes, with its horn shaved. Slumming it with the normal riffraff.
No, I'm just a normal horse. Don't look at me.
This isn't a horn.
It's a couple of
It's just-
goblins with
it's just a
a
stick
horse
in a
outfit on.
suit.
Hiding.
Yes.
Anyway, that's her opening offer, perhaps.
Opening offer
Beat
is
down, beat
we can
down.
have
We could.
Okay, there's still a problem here. There were 40 horses actually taken, and did any of our...
Oh yeah, no, you lost some horses. Horses killed.
Yeah,
died.
17 died out of the
Oh
40.
my god, do we need to know the exact numbers that died?
Yes, because it's important.
No,
Because
it's not.
there's
Right.
there's
It's
an
not
extra
important.
order
It's
of horses.
not important.
No.
No,
I
no.
refuse.
24.
There are 24, and that's all you need to know. Right?
How? What we need to know is how many do we need to return to get our money? Were we ever told that? They just said they wanted all the horses back.
They just want the horses returned.
Will they think all of them is 24? Will they think all of them is 12 or 18? Could we take 18 of them back?
Remember-
we
remember
can
one of the-
take 18. I think we'll take 18 back.
Yeah.
18 out of 24.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so someone's going to have to sweet talk Theodore.
That'd be the person I'm looking at.
Charisma of 5, charisma of 5.
Charisma of 11.
11. That's the best we're going to do.
Ugly. We're the ugly bunch.
It's not just about looks, mate. It's not just about looks.
We're just...
Right.
The way I see this, Theodora.
Take your clothes off.
We're not just...
No, nobody wants that.
That's not how it looks.
penalty to
Maybe
Toronto.
The way I
Maybe she
see
wants
this,
something else.
Ugly
It's
only
lonely
does-
enough
I
to
see
live.
this as
Ugly
an
only
opportunity
does
for us
justice.
to both win.
I'm willing to sell your body. Don't worry.
Because let's face
David,
this
ugly
could
only does
seal
justice
your
to us if you put an
legitimacy.
F in front of it.
And of course, these are fine horses.
Make a roll. I think I might let you use wisdom instead of... Yes, you win either way.
Oh wow!
Oh,
Okay,
what, on an
I win
eight?
on an 8.
Yeah, because you have to get under your...
Oh right.
Oh, that's
For some
right.
reason,
You
all you guys really struggle with this.
yeah. Well,
Yes,
it's,
we
it's
do.
such the backward of 5e.
It's the only time when you're testing against an ability score,
Yeah,
you
you've
just
gotta
have to get
roll
under it
under.
because obviously the higher it is, the better it is.
That's such a sucky roll.
I don't mind it
serious?
actually. No, I don't mind it.
It makes perfect sense.
It's going to confuse us when we play my
Anyway,
games.
It
but I love
confuses us simply because we're too used to doing it in the opposite.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Yes.
Okay.
So the deal was therefore that you take 2/3 of the horses and she keeps 1/3. So
Yes. Then why don't we do that?
so she
Hang
gets
on.
8 out of the deal.
Give her 8.
What did I offer her?
I thought that's what you offered her. 16 out.
And the way we consider it
You
is,
take 16, she takes 8.
she gets 8 as a
Okay.
sort of rescue fee.
Okay.
Look, the other thing is we could stand our ground, and she might have like.
You actually said 24. No, what did you say? No, can't be.
I thought I said 3/4, but I might not have.
Anyway, we've
Okay,
magically
that'll
said
do
2/3.
16.
We could
But-
get gimped.
One little extra.
Oh,
You must sing the praises of these horses' breeds to other people and give these business cards to anybody who you
That's
sell
a
them to.
great idea.
God, just agree to it.
I think these horses, the quality of these horses speaks for themselves.
Yes, but you must attribute them to the people who we're representing. Blah blah blah. Blah 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 blah.
Yeah, I may well see you in Kelvin. Because I assume that's where you're going to try to sell these horses.
So they only stole the white horses.
Yes.
Why would they only steal the white horses
They're
and then
racist.
sell them to her? Because I would have thought they'd have stolen the white horses because they have some cultish need to sacrifice white horses only or something like that. But then to only steal the white horses and then to sell them to...
presumably they recognise their value, or maybe somebody did a deal with them. Somebody, I'm not sure who it would have been.
So it's not an important plot point.
No, it turns out it's not an important point. No, not really.
Come on, let's agree to it and move on.
Talk
We're
about a
taking,
red herring.
we're taking 18 horses. Is that right?
The
18.
white horse is a red herring.
All right, let's rope them up.
This is all blue sky.
Well, the white horses are significant to some extent, but not that significant. It's really just, in many ways, it's a railroad track to get you to a place.
They're a MacGuffin.
The horses are important to the elves, and the horses are also important to another character who you will discover at some point, but probably not in the next 2 sessions. We'll see how it goes. Or maybe we will. All right, so you return to Sikiskin. Now, it takes a day's travel. I'm just going to assume that happens uneventfully.
Mark off the date.
You arrive in the evening.
Hang on.
Hang
So-
on. Oh, well, I don't know what time it was when you got here.
Is it now the 10th? Is it now?
Yeah, you must,
Saladin?
you must have had to have stayed overnight in the forest. There's no way you got all the way out to the bandit camp and back in one day. So therefore, Yeah, it's the following day.
Hang on. So we take 18 horses at no fee in return.
She actually makes a profit out of this deal.
I'm sure she does.
Otherwise, she wouldn't have let that happen.
Exactly. Thank you.
Well, I didn't think she would, but
In
In other words,
She
she
can
paid.
sell
She
them.
paid the goblins fuck all for those horses,
Yeah. Okay. And she gets to keep a bunch of them, which she can sell.
which she can sell for a lot more than she paid
Yeah,
for.
well,
well,
So
and she's not dead.
and she's not dead. She's not stupid.
But also,
Yeah, but
I mean,
not stupid.
equally.
I
In
didn't
retrospect,
want to
she
break
was
another
looking
one.
nervously at
No.
her weapons.
True.
Well, you guys
And we could have
outnumber-
got gimped. We don't know. I mean, there could have been goons hiding around, and suddenly we're freaking
she
gimped.
certainly looks like she can look after herself.
Yeah, I'm sure.
But
we don't know.
she's just her and 3 goons.
We don't. Yeah.
And you guys outnumbered her, so
Yeah.
and she
And she
probably-
didn't want to break a nut.
and she probably preferred not to besmirch her beautiful armor if she didn't have to.
Exactly. So it is now Soladane the 10th of Thalmont.
Indeed. All
How do you
right.
spell Soladane?
Soladin.
So
10th Thalmont.
you return to Sukiskin.
Yep.
I will say in the following afternoon.
Yep.
Yeah. And when you arrive, there are more people there than there were when you left. There is Gregor and 3 other
So,
men.
sorry, Sukiskin is the village, the
The place
The
that was under
place.
siege.
Yeah.
palisade, whatever you call
Yeah,
it.
yeah. Sukiskin, the clan hold.
We'll put the horses back in their little
Ah,
pen thing.
so many have been lost.
Yeah, well, shit happens.
Sorry.
Sorry.
Some of
We
them got eaten by
17 of them died.
Oh god, he's still keeping track of how many.
17 of them died. We
All that
returned
matters is
18.
All that matters is you have
She kept-
18 now.
she kept that
That's
number.
all that matters.
And,
respect,
and
sir.
negative 1 of them is unaccounted for.
Who am I talking to?
I don't know who anyone's talking to.
Who's the guy who said so many lost?
Oh, that would have been one of the people, probably Piotr. Piotr, the clan
Piotr,
leader.
with respect,
I think we
don't
have to have a
you're saying the
follow-up
right thing.
module.
I think
What
we
happened
should
to
be
the
saying
negative
no,
1
we're
horse?
not.
Thank you for getting some of our horses back.
Of the negative 1 horse.
to it.
One day we will find out.
So, Piotr, we have brought some of your horses back. Without us, you'd have got precisely none of your
None
horses
of the
back.
horses back. Would you prefer none of the horses back? No, you wouldn't. So just deal with it.
We'd like some sleep now.
Deal. All right.
It is a deal.
Some. Now, can you arrange some guards while we have a sleep?
Oh, you would have slept overnight somewhere in the
Perfect.
forest.
We're fine. Now, where do we need to take the horses?
We'd like to go somewhere other than Sukiskin.
I would like to tell you
Did we
things.
do any healing last time when I was in here?
I'm minus 2 hit points.
Oh, can we sleep?
We have.
Yeah, you would have slept somewhere
Well,
in the forest.
oh, yeah,
Otherwise,
we
you
slept in
wouldn't
the
have made
forest.
it back.
Yeah, right. So we are back to
You've got your spells.
back to mega spells again.
You're back to mega spells now. According to the rules, you only recover 1 hit point
Yeah.
per night, which is
Yep.
fucking insane.
Yep.
So I'm going to ignore that rule and instead let you roll d6 and you get that many back.
What?
I know.
But I only lost 2. Do I go?
I lost one.
Do
So
I go above my hit points?
No, of course
I
you
think
don't.
I-
Damn
Is
it.
there a little rubber that I can use?
cunningly and cowardly
6!
avoided
Look, I
all.
could. I get max out. Yes.
Does anyone
yes,
know-
one.
I'm being
functioning
very,
rubber?
I'm being very generous.
Yes, I do.
But honestly,
Yeah, yeah. Here you go.
honestly,
Here you go, Jono.
in
Jono, I'm
original
just rubbing out
D&D,
that.
everyone had bloody, your average 4th level character or 3rd level character for that matter would have a bloody knapsack full of bloody healing potions because that was how bloody
That's how
common
you get
magic
good.
was.
Yeah.
So you guys have got bugger all, so I'm going to be far more generous about such things. Plus, it just doesn't.
When we come to a town, we probably should remember to buy healing potions, though.
I can't buy
I
them.
did give you all 1 each.
I've got one.
Yeah, and I drank mine because I was, injured.
Yes. Now, by the time you return
Yeah, I've still got mine.
to Sikiskin, there
He still
are
has his.
4 new people at Sikiskin. They are Gregor and 3 other lumbermen from the camp at Iliakana. So you may remember originally when you were on the boat, they were going up to the lumber camp at Iliakana
Yes.
and they dropped you off at Misha's Ferry on the way.
Mhm.
Gregor and 4 what?
Just lumbermen, or just men. if you
Lumberjacks,
prefer.
I believe, is the common term.
They bring news. Goblins attacked the camp.
The lumber camp.
Yeah, the lumber camp.
That's not good.
the night before the attack on Sukiskin, so whatever date that was. Goblins from the Wolf Skulls and the Red Blades attacked at dusk, setting fire to the palisade and overrunning the camp.
Attacked what, sorry?
Attacked the lumber camp called Ilyakana. It's on that map somewhere, wherever that map is. Should be on that map. I think it's on that map. If it's not, I can mark it on there.
Ilyakana.
Oh, it
No,
probably isn't on
it's
that
not
map.
there.
It's probably, no, that map's rather undetailed.
Spell it.
Ilyakana. Ilyakana.
Yep.
Now it is on that hex map, that hand-drawn hex map. It's on that one.
Yep. Cool.
All the settlements are on that one. So, Gregor and these three escaped, and they say Karlanos, who was the guy who ran the boat captain,
Yep.
they think he got away as well.
Right.
But they don't. I think everyone else was killed or captured.
So can we take the boat up a river or whatever to get to Ilyakana?
Potentially. There's more news though,
All right.
So
which is
so-
one of those that they think has been captured.
Yes.
Sorry,
In fact, they saw him getting captured.
what was the name of the guy who got escaped also? Boat captain?
Karlanos. K-A-L-A-N-O-S. Karlanos. He was the one of the
Captured-
people.
he was captured by
he
the
was
goblins.
captured by the goblins at the lumber camp because he was up at the lumber camp at the time doing
Oh, yeah.
business.
Stephanos,
Doing
the
business
brother,
for the clan.
the brother of Piotr.
Yes, so you met Stefan in
Yep.
the town of Kelvin because he was the guy who originally asked you to go to Sukiskin to pick up the horses. So Stefan has been captured.
Okay.
Well, we must rescue him.
Indeed.
Give us your finest white horses.
Moving on to the next chapter.
We can ride them.
South of the river. So this is actually a wilderness adventure, so this is going to get interesting. On the evening after the party's return from the raid to recapture the horses, Piotr holds a feast to welcome the guests properly and to celebrate the defeat of the goblins. Although the homesteaders are saddened by the news of Stefan's disappearance, they do their best to entertain. Masha sings, Kuzma tells stories, Alfana and Taras dance. Gregor, the lumberjack man, tells jokes, and the characters are encouraged to join in.
These are very jovial people who've just
Suffered
great loss.
great loss. You're not wrong. The Bulgars of Dimrak Forest have been practically wiped out.
It's great they're honouring us like this.
Well, they're used to it, you see.
Piotr proudly shows off the clan treasures hanging
To
around
live
the
is to
hall,
lose.
Including some fresh walk skulls by the looks of it.
including an intriguing tapestry, which I'm now trying to find.
Sorry, who's showing us this? Piotr.
Piotr, clan head, the chief, the big boss man, brother of Stefan, the other guy.
So he's showing us an intriguing tapestry.
It's showing you all the treasures of the place, but there is
I love it.
there is an intriguing tapestry, which I will show thee now. Even though
Wow. That's an
That looks
intriguing
suspiciously
tapestry.
like an intriguing map.
it is interesting that you think it looks like a map, yes. But it's sort of like a, to be honest, I'm giving something away, but that's why I'm not showing you again.
Oh.
Giving you a quick look. But it's sort of geometric, like this sort of, there should really be a version
Can I have a
without,
very quick look?
yes, there should really be a version without the, without a certain level of highlighting going on in it, which is actually giving away something, but never mind.
Oh.
But it's a geometric, it's like a symmetrical geometric pattern, except in the ways that it isn't.
Thanks for that.
But good insight, it actually is a hidden map, but that's for later.
It's not very hidden.
In other words, when we get back to this module about 3 years from now.
It'll be important.
But anyway, I thought we'd just have that little bit of foreshadowing,
Foreshadowing,
if you
yes.
will.
Mm.
Plus, it's in the module anyway. But they really should have a version of it, like a big colour version of it that hasn't got the magical highlighting. But they don't. So I have to show. I just showed you the one that actually,
They say to show.
slightly gives the game away. But never mind that. No, they don't actually say to show it.
Oh,
But I
you
should.
just want
It's
to.
like, well, they're telling me about a tapestry, and apparently it's important. Wouldn't it be nice if I could imagine what it looked like? Stuff like that.
Fair enough.
Now I have to scroll back to the wherever the hell I was, which will take me a minute, but I'm nearly there.
Tim Tams? Yes. Have you had one? I have had one. Do you need another one? No. I actually had a quite large meal. I had to rush home, but I'd prepared a nice helping of spaghetti bolognese, which was defrosting in the fridge. So I scoffed that down, had a little bit of dessert, and ran for the bus. So I'm quite full. I only need one.
Anyway, he says that the tapestry. I do not know where this interesting tapestry come from. It has been in our halls a long time.
It is beautiful.
Maybe it is elvish.
Maybe.
It is not a Bulgarish.
No?
I like the way Piotr strokes his beard.
It's Elvish.
It might be quite valuable if it's elvish.
Are you lonesome?
Maybe, but it's clan treasure. It is not for sale.
You're not selling it?
Sorry,
To
it took me a
anyone?
while to work out
Just
the
have
connection between Elvish and Elvis.
Anyway, during the evening, Piotr becomes more and more gloomy.
Oh, Piotr, you need to just buck up, man.
Eventually, he overcomes
He tells you to have.
Eventually, he overcomes the embarrassment he feels at imposing on his guests and
Yes.
asks the adventurers
Yeah.
if they will seek out and free his brother
Look, we were going to do that
from the
anyway.
wolf skulls.
We would definitely. What's in it for us?
half share in the proceeds of selling the horses.
Ah, I was only pissing around. I wasn't expecting anything, but let's take
You
that.
bastard.
We talked him into it. See how I twisted his arm there with my charisma? Done, sir. We're happy to help you.
Half the horses.
Translation:
Oh,
these,
horses.
these idiots could do the job that that Honor would really require me to do, and so they take the risk and not me.
That's it. Perfect.
He will supply provisions from the stores.
Yes.
Any equipment that you might need,
10-foot pole.
and offer the use of the homestead as a base of operations.
5,000 caltrops.
You can also get
One should
riding
never start
horses,
yes.
not the white horses.
What?
without
They're
5,000
beautiful. Why don't we take them for a little jaunt?
No, we're protecting those.
Ah.
You can also provide horses. Yes, you can also provide horses,
Right.
but not the white ones.
A riding horse for each of us.
A riding horse for each of them.
Yes.
Sounds cool.
All right. Can we take them on a barge or something, or we have to take them through the wilderness to get to this lumber camp?
To get to the you can travel overland to the lumber camp. Can we look at that map?
No, this one. It's here. Not on that map.
Yeah, you just
Probably
need to follow the river on one bank of the river upriver.
Okay. No, we can do this.
Well, you have to go up the creek
Yep.
and then turn up there.
Yep. I see it.
You can follow.
I can read a map.
Yeah.
Follow the river up.
You know, the funny
Follow
thing
the river
was,
up.
that
Or is it
before I
down
even
river?
read it, it looked like a
Up
camp.
river.
It's
Yeah,
upriver
it's
because the
upriver.
mountains are up that way.
Okay.
Seas down that
All
way.
right. Perfect.
So,
Gravity and
So gravity means the rivers go.
down.
Sources are that way.
So it's just emptying
Sinks
out
are that way.
All right. So,
Mostly.
any particular provisions we want to take?
I'd stock up on food.
Yep.
Well,
We'll
we
take some
take a few
food.
extra horses.
Now,
Horses.
well, so Ilyakana was just the scene of the crime.
Yeah.
Um,
I think we should
he's
investigate.
he's a prisoner of the Wolf Skull Goblins.
Yeah.
Now the problem is that nobody really knows
What do we know about these wolf skull goblins?
exactly. Well, we know they ride wolves. We know they live in the Dimrak forest. No one really knows, at least no one here at Sukiskin, really knows where their lair might be.
Right.
Because, if they did, they might try and burn them out or something. All they know is there's a legend which says,
Are you saying that these simple farmers would actually engage in, these simple homesteaders would actually engage in ethnic cleansing of the goblins?
If they could get away with it.
if they could get away with it. There's been conflict between them for some time. All that they know is somewhere deep in the Dimrak forest, well, this is the legend at least, there is a petrified forest. That is a place where the trees are all dead.
Very scared.
Have been turned magically to stone, it seems. And somewhere within the petrified forest, the wolf skulls have their lair.
Right, we should go and find that.
All you need is a drone.
Depends on how big the area that's petrified is.
It's pretty big. Put it this way, you're basically going to have to travel hex by hex and, try and work it out from there. Now, also, it's worth pointing out that Jono's family home is over here in Sergeyev.
Sergeyev, yes, that is correct.
No one has heard from Sergeyev for a while. We are
I am
concerned.
somewhat worried about my family.
Yes, we are concerned what has happened in Sergeyev.
And since we have to search that area anyway,
Well, yeah, the wolf skull lair won't be, it'll be deep in the forest.
It won't be
Not on
right.
the edge.
Won't be right next to Jono's homeland.
No,
well, no, but the people in my home may know where this petrified forest is.
that's true. They might.
Or they might be hanging up in the trees when we get there. I mean,
Yes.
Yeah, sans their skins.
Well, that's
Well,
a good
obviously.
question then.
As is tradition among the goblins. Yes.
Given the distance,
You don't go blubbering about
the
that. as
distance
that
between the
happens.
petrified forest and here compares to the difference between the petrified forest and his home. Are we talking roughly the same distance?
Nobody knows. It's somewhere. All you know, the legend goes that a petrified forest is somewhere deep in the Dimrak forest.
Yeah.
And in there somewhere is supposedly the wolf skull's lair.
Right.
This is what you.
But I think we should still go to that army barracks thing first.
Sure,
Sorry, I missed the army barracks.
it's not an army barracks; it's a lumber camp. But I knew what he meant.
Right.
A lumber camp, which, by the way, is not in any way, shape, or form related to an army barracks.
There's burly men with
Just
axes.
full of strapping young men.
Yes, that's about the stand about the extent of it. Yes. All right, so that's basically the beginning of the wilderness adventure. Chapter, whatever chapter we're up to, 2, I think.
Do we level up?
ding.
Oh, there's a good question. Maybe we'll do that at the end.
No.
Oh, no, I think we could spend at least 3 sessions leveling up.
Well, we'll have to level up. That point. I haven't actually been keeping track of any experience points.
You're just going to assume we've killed enough things to.
Well, I mean, the Siege of Sakiskin should have given you quite a few
Yeah, it's true.
experience points, really, shouldn't it? I'm not
Right,
used.
right.
I'm not used to these old school adventures where you're literally supposed to add up the monsters you killed and the treasure you've. It's like, oh my god, really?
Yep, you should.
How many
And
goblins
the
did
weight
you
you're
kill?
carrying,
Goblin skulls.
and the arrows you use.
Yeah, I'm not doing any of that.
Question: what are goblins like when it comes to seeing somebody coming along with a whole bunch of harvested goblin heads?
They
Does
don't
that,
take
does
too
that
long
attack
to-
them, or does that make them attack you, or does that make them run away?
We're just looking at experience points for goblins. You killed a few. Well, I think I'll just let you have. Because you survived, I'll give you more later, but somewhere in here there'll be experience points, rewards for achieving various things, but just for surviving the. Let me just check. See what we can find.
I was going to say,
If
the
only I
answer to
could,
your question depends on the number of goblins.
if only I could spell experience correctly.
The number that we're approaching, or the number that you have?
Both.
Yeah, I think this is pretty old school when it comes to experience points. What I'm going to do,
Like the old school.
because the Siege of Sakiskin was a significant event, so it makes sense to reward experience points after that. You can all have 100 each.
100 experience points.
Yes, because goblins are worth 5 each.
Mhm.
How many do we need to level up?
That would depend on where you are now. I
know,
gave
five-
everyone, I think, 5,000.
5,000.
Yes.
Correct.
So you should all be up to 5,100.
Okay.
5,100 experience points.
And that probably will mean something because we'll have to look that up later. Well, no, maybe now's a good time because we're starting a new chapter, so maybe it's a good time to actually do it. Because, and the reason why is because somebody might be on the very verge of leveling up. Not everyone, but
Ray? Would it be Ray to get a new spell like Fireball?
Like Moonbeam?
Oh, no.
Fireball.
Moonbeam is the most
A
powerful.
fireball.
I don't know, sleep is pretty good.
Yeah, sleep is pretty bloody
Sleep.
rocking. Sleep is pretty bloody
Well, it's pretty
rocking.
good against low hit dice characters.
What level are you now, Ray? Are you level 3?
We're all third, I think.
Yeah.
I think Jono's level 4.
Am I?
What? Why?
Why?
How come I'm
Because he's a
level 4?
thief.
Yeah,
They
you're
level
Well,
telling
that
us.
makes perfect sense.
They level
So
up
he
quicker.
stole a level. That doesn't make any bloody sense.
It does because each level.
Urban, do something.
Stop.
There you go.
Stop thief.
Well,
No, I
you
don't
can
think I
see
will.
what level you are. It should be on your character.
Third.
Yes.
What are you, John?
Midnight
Yeah,
third.
yeah, John is 4.
Oh, jeez.
So what I do need
Knew
to
he
do
was the favourite.
is not.
I just knew it.
He's not.
Well, maybe you might try doing something.
Oh, jeez, here we go.
Here we go.
Here we go. When he gets his little thievy ass in trouble, he'll now expect me to come running after and hack and slash and say,
All right,
Just
here we go.
something. Sometime.
oh,
Clerics.
jeez, here we go.
Clerics reach level 4 at 6,000 experience points. So no.
Oh, no, first. Yeah, go on.
5,100. Who's next?
Fighters.
Fighters reach 4th level
Yes.
at
5,100.
8,000 experience points.
So what, in 12 years or something, I'll
Yeah,
get the
we
next
might,
level?
we might need to get more generous with experience.
No, you might need to start adding up that goblin shit. Then just make sure.
Oh, okay.
Isn't first edition the one where as long as if you killed the thing last, you got all the experience points?
I'm the last to hit it.
Who else have we got? We got
Remember that rule?
Oh, yeah.
Well, we're waiting. We're
Magic
looking,
user.
we're looking for
Magic
magic
user.
users. How did I miss magic users?
That's ridiculous.
Oh, there's the magic user.
I can sneak
8,000.
past people like magic.
Hang on, I'm just going to keep a thing here that I need 8,000 experience points so I can one day wish. Needed for next level, 8,000.
Magic user.
5,099.
You need 10,000 experience.
And you were laughing at me, sucked in.
That's right. So you're only just 3rd level with 5,000. You're literally right on the end.
So what would I need to get?
Of course,
Oh my
magic users
God.
do advance quite slowly because they get quite powerful when they go levels. Anyway, so
What was
you need about 9,600.
Oh,
or
we're
something.
halfway there.
Whoa! Chicken on a bed.
Do you know what I'm going to do for you? Do you know what I'm going to do for you, Zor?
Oh, God, here
You're
we
gonna
go.
level us all up, aren't you?
No, I'm going to give you 500 instead of 100, which means an extra.
I just
4.
wrote it all down. Oh,
Look,
Yeah.
it matters.
Teacher Dave, I believe the response is thanks, Dr. Dave. That was really helpful.
thank you, Dr. Dave.
That's very
Now
generous
we've
of
got
you.
5,000.
At this rate,
I don't think you should instantly level up after
Oh
the
my
first encounter,
Oh,
unless you were on the very edge already.
It's been how many sessions now?
I know. Well, this is just how it works. I think,
Oh,
I,
okay.
I think I've been
Hang on, I think I've
gigantically
got,
generous.
I think I've got another way.
Another 500 or?
No, not another 500.
Another 400, but or scratch out the 100 and replace with 500. Could somebody do that for Peter's character sheet before
Yeah,
anyone
what,
forgets?
what do I want to do?
No, don't
Search
leave
up-
it. Leave.
No, I'm going to write all over it. Bugger him.
Take 500 off.
Add 500 to his. So,
Yeah, he's got
so in other words, everyone will be
5,500.
5,500. Everyone will
Yeah,
be.
I'll write it in. And then I'll write
And
in he
that's
needs
fair,
8,000
isn't
for
it?
the next.
Yeah.
Does not mean that everybody gets the same. It means everybody gets what they need.
I need more.
Sound like my
There's a difference
ex-wife.
between equity
Oh,
and
wow.
equality.
Ouch. He went there.
It's true, though. 5,000.
Are there any more Tim Tams?
That's also.
Yes, there are a
It
few.
should be.
I haven't eaten any. Yeah, I'm gonna grab it back. Yes.
Right. 5,500. And here I was thinking he was going to say, look, everybody just write down 7,000 experience points so you're like that much closer.
I'm sorry. I'll look it up. I'll see if there's any guidance as to, you know, reward the characters this much for doing this and this much for doing that. But I haven't found anything.
I don't even know what I need for the next level.
What are you?
You need more than what you got.
Cleric.
You need more than what you got. I think you need about 8,000 to get to the next level. I did look it up, and you were nowhere near.
8.
No one was anywhere near for
Alright.
4, except for John O'Reilly. But John O's nowhere near 5th level as a consequence.
Fair enough.
Now, I assume you ride off through the woods to, well, along the riverbank at least, on the way to Ilyakana.
Mm-hmm.
That kind of distance you can cover in a day without too much trouble by
Especially
on horseback.
when we're riding horses.
Yeah. I mean, it is fairly rough ground because it's not a track, but, well, there's not much of a track. Because most people travel by riverboat,
Yes.
not overland.
By the way, guys, don't feel like it's boring. I'm having trouble staying awake at the moment.
I'm having that problem a little bit too.
Consider it that you guys are relaxing people to be around.
Right, so sometime, just need to wash my hand because it's all gross and chocolate. Sometime in the late morning, when the sun is high,
So he's right.
birds are singing.
Children laughing and playing.
On a little clearing near the riverbank, you find the bodies of a human and a goblin.
Oh, this is before we get to Ilyakana.
Yes, before you get to Ilyakana.
They look like they've been positioned anyway.
It looks like they killed each other. Because
Oh, okay.
each one's got a sword hanging out of him. It's like, ah! Grazing nearby is a pack mule. The human is dressed like, a woodsman type person.
Mhm.
With a short sword currently sticking out of a goblin.
So we come across a goblin and a woodsman.
Yes.
We take their equip. Let's search them.
The goblin is a red blade based on their equipment,
let's
based on their
let's
appearance.
search them. I searched them. I want to start looking at what they have, Dave.
Well, the human has leather armour
Yep.
with a sword hole in it and a bit of blood.
Yep.
Short sword sticking out of a goblin.
Short sword, any good?
Do you think it's the brother we're trying to look for?
No, it's not Stefan because you've met Stefan.
He was
This is
taken
not
prisoner.
him.
Okay.
No, comrades, that is not Stefan.
He has a longbow and a quiver of arrows and a purse with 38 gold pieces in it.
What?
Well, it's not one.
We have a person.
So that was a lumberman?
48 gold.
A longbow.
Woodsman.
I only have a
Woodsman.
short bow.
Well, like a hunter type person,
Let's see.
not a lumberjack.
Who's going to hold the gold?
I mean, because he also
He's got a
has
crossbow.
a couple of rabbit traps with him.
Did you have any ID on it? Like a driver's license?
No, no driver's
Photo ID?
license. No barcode.
Hunting license?
Like, I'm trying to figure out how to return his money to his next of kin,
Oh,
but
I see.
given the fact that we can't figure it out,
We'll just take
pocket
the
it.
money, and because he'd want us to spend it.
Yes.
We'll
We'll get drunk in his honour.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's the only decent thing.
The
to do.
goblin
I feel
doesn't
like I
have.
should donate it to the
The
church.
goblin doesn't have much on
Okay.
them other
You
than
can
the
do
short
that
sword
after. We'll drink
currently
the rest of it.
sticking out of the hunter.
Can I do a medicine check to see if he died from AstraZeneca?
He did not drive AstraZeneca.
Are you sure?
Yep.
Because that shit can kill you.
He does have a filthy bag
Right.
with
Could I be talking about?
a filthy bag with teeth, rocks,
Oh, jeez. The
And-
goblin.
yes,
Right. Okay.
and 23 gold pieces in it.
Let's take that. Not the teeth and the rock. Just the GP.
So is anybody going to write this down?
I'll carry it. How much more gold did we just pick up?
38 from the hunter.
Are you keeping track of the
Oh yeah,
party's
no,
gold?
hang on. I've got party stash written here somewhere.
Yes, don't just give it to yourself.
Oh, I would share it. I'm a sharing sort of person. Oh, I can't believe that you would think I would steal such a thing. Wow.
Even though you were just about to write it in your own stash.
Well, I didn't know whether I was keeping it here. My money is your money. Like, what do you need? I'll buy it
Your
for
money.
you.
How much have you
know,
got?
2,000 GP.
I need 2,000 GP.
You can't say it's
Look, when you
short
need it,
answer.
it'll be there for you. I'm not going to hand it to you now. No, you don't. There's
I
nothing
need
to
it
buy
now
here.
to-
And we
You don't.
split it between
Shut
we
up.
need 1,000
Look.
each.
half for the church.
If you have 2,000 GP, you really
Yeah.
need a pack meal to put it on, man.
Yeah, that's what you told me I had.
That was probably what I gave you to start. I expected you to spend it on stuff.
What did I buy?
I don't know. Did you buy armor and weapons and stuff?
I thought I came with that because I was wonderful.
No.
Everyone.
So I'm going to add all this shit up? Like,
Every,
normal
Yes.
sword is 10, Shortbow 25.
Apparently, you wrote down the cost.
I did. I didn't know I had to take it from my mum. God, this
I
module's
gave
getting
you.
worse
I
all the
gave you.
time.
It's not the module. This was when we rolled up your characters. You
All
kept
right.
your money.
Why wouldn't I? You never asked for
Because the function of the money was to buy gear.
it. Oh, go to sleep. What is hang on? We got 30.
Don't
shut up.
worry about it.
We got
But do
38.
it-
I'll do it. I'll
do
do
it
it. I'll
later.
do it. No, I'm going to do it
Do it
now.
later.
38 GP.
So there was 38 GP
Yeah.
on the hunter and 23 on the goblin.
How much altogether, Ray? You're a maths teacher.
50,
8,
61.
11.
57,000.
61.
GP.
Yeah, and there's a mule currently grazing nearby.
Do we need to take the mule? We could eat it.
The mule's loaded down with gear. You can
let's
see.
search the mule.
We'll have to catch it first.
Ray, go catch the mule.
Okay, I catch a mule.
Send the thief. He's not doing anything. Go catch the mule.
Goes to run
I've already
after
caught the mule.
There you go.
Yeah, I'll let you catch the mule. I could have
I
turned
caught
that
the
into.
mule.
I could have turned that into something hard.
Got the friggin' Jedi mind trick going on in
So the pack contains
Hmm.
some pelts, which might be worth some money.
So
Beaver
what sort of
pelts. Beaver pelts. Bear looks. Well, you're not an expert. But one of them looks like a bear pelt.
Beaver and bear pelt.
We're not an expert. We can't tell a bear.
Don't just let it go, Ray. We're not an expert, but if we were,
While
that's
they
what it
are
would be.
assessing
Shut up.
their
Yeah, go on.
goods,
Go on.
I am
What else?
digging a grave
What else do we find, Dave?
for
There's
the
a tent, bedroll,
What?
dried food,
Oh, I don't
cloak,
want any of that. shit.
arrows,
No.
rope.
Arrows? Anyone need arrows? Yeah, we'll take the arrows. How many?
We all replenish
40.
our arrows.
Do we? Are we clocking off arrows every time we shoot to send Pete?
At
insane?
some point I'll ask
Okay,
you to
we'll take
replenish.
40 arrows. Okay, I'll write
Um,
that. I'm putting it in the party stash.
I'm assuming whatever arrows you were missing, you replenished from the stash at Sukiski.
Yeah, go on. What else?
50 feet of rope.
Oh, I need a 50-foot rope.
There's also a vial, like a clay vial with some kind of rune
Spell user.
painted on the outside
The
of
vial. Have a look at the vial.
it. Have a look at the vial.
I have a look at the vial.
Come on, what is it? Roll for it. Come on, you're smart.
The rune.
Do your smart shit.
The rune is a rune of vigor and healing.
It's
It's a rune of vigor and healing.
yeah, it helps with erectile dysfunction.
Right.
It's some kind of potion.
Yep.
The rune would suggest it's a healing potion.
It's blue. Do you want to drink it?
It
Make you happy.
erectile function.
Oh, I don't know. That could be
I
painful.
could make a very nasty joke, but I'm not going to.
Alright.
It's a potion of healing.
Oh, you gave it away.
There's no point making this.
Okay, who
There's
drank
no-
it?
there's
Who drank
no-
the potion? We'll give it to the.
There's
Put
no
it
point
on.
making this.
What,
into
you
a,
drank it?
Into
You
a
need
guessing
one?
game.
Alright, you can have it.
Put it in a party stash.
No, he can have it.
Yeah, that way,
He needs it. He
yeah,
hasn't
it
got one.
makes sense to just let everyone
Did you
have
get your
one.
1d6 from sleeping?
Yeah, but he was already wounded from before.
He drank his thing. Give him the other. Give him the.
I'm actually 10 at the moment. Oh, you mean not
Give
to
it
drink
to
it?
him.
to
Not
just keep
now,
it?
you idiot. Just take it.
Just
Put it
just
in your equip,
restock
man.
it. Like if you've used one up.
Yeah.
Well, didn't Jono use one up?
Yep.
Yes, I did. I used one.
So it does make sense to have for everyone, you know, like
Yeah,
to
but urban-
restock and
urban
redistribute.
Drink
If
one.
someone wants it, I can also heal people.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, no. Well, yeah, you can by giving them that drink.
So when
I could be
Urban's
the
character
doctor.
dies, when Urban's character dies, you can take the healing potion
So
off
just
his
take all
body.
the- That's right.
And
Hey,
you'll be
He'd
fine.
want us
you,
to.
What?
Can a cleric heal themselves?
Yes.
Yes.
Healing?
He just touches
I don't
it.
like it when people watch me do it,
Yeah.
but
Okay.
I can do it.
We'll turn around.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah.
I appreciate that.
He just touches himself. And he-
Or I'll just go behind this curtain for a moment.
Okay,
Anything else?
I'll just take these wounds
That's
with
it?
me.
that's it basically.
Alright. Sounds
Oh,
good.
do
Thank
you,
you,
do you want to keep the
For
mule?
the magic!
Yeah,
Well,
we'll
it's
set
a
it free.
Well, it might get eaten by goblins if we set it free. Why don't we
Decoy.
take it? We'll take,
Take
it
the
with
mule.
us. We'll take the mule with us.
Now you have a
There's a
mule.
mule?
Pack mule.
Can I name the mule?
Oh, Jesus. Yes. Alright. Why does it? Yes. What's the name of the mule?
Does he have a really big mouth?
What
Thackeray.
has that got to do with it?
Zachary the mule.
No, Thackeray.
Thackeray the mule.
Thackeray.
Did you do?
H
Yeah. Okay.
A K E
Yeah.
R
Yeah.
I.
You serious?
Yes.
You still can't spell for shit.
No, this
L.
is a fantasy spelling.
So,
Fantasy
so the
spelling.
mule is called Thackeray.
Thackeray.
No, Thackeray. The L is silent.
Thackeray.
And instead of
I'm never going to remember that. I'm spelling it phonetically.
instead of Eeyore, he says whack 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 whack.
Anyway,
And you'll hit a goblin and go, woo, woo, woo,
after taking a break for
Yep.
lunch and then moving on,
Yep.
you arrive at the lumber camp of Iliakana in the afternoon.
The lumber camp of Iliakana.
How's Thackeray?
He's great.
Smoke rises from the ruins of the lumber camp.
I weep.
The palisade has been burnt and has been broken down.
I have lamentations and beat my chest.
Oh, it gets worse.
Woe is me.
It gets worse. You can see Kalanos' riverboat. It's sunk, half sunk into the river, and there are dead people on it.
This
Those
often happens when a boat sinks into the river.
bastards.
Do the people look like they died on the boat or they died somewhere else and then were put on the boat?
They may have run for the boat and then died from the arrows that are sticking out of them.
Like, do the arrows go through them and into the boat?
We don't know, Barnaby. We haven't actually got that far and had a look.
You
Oh,
can
okay.
pull them off the boat and see if they're stuck on there by the arrows. I'm not sure why it's relevant, but you could.
We've turned into Midsummer Murders now.
There are scattered goblin and human corpses all over the place.
Oh, God. This is... Sorry. Well, there goes our children's label for this episode. Alright, kiddies can't watch this one either. Apparently.
While you're gazing on the destruction,
Yes.
a man in tattered clothes staggers out.
Where were you? Where were you, boy? When they came for us, where were you?
He has an axe and he seems to be covered in soot.
Yeah, we want to know where you were too.
He's muttering,
fighters?
he's muttering to himself
in soot.
with a wild look on his
He's looking
face.
for his family under the rub. It's get worse. It's horrible.
With his face?
What?
He was looking for his family with his face.
I was looking down and look.
And what? Putting the stuff on.
Where's my poor crippled son?
He doesn't seem to have noticed you. He's like,
Sir, sir.
he
Sir.
starts running away.
No, wait. We mean you no harm.
He's running.
We mean you no harm. I shout even louder.
He's running away.
ABC.
Maybe it's best to let him go.
Oh, the big bearded guy.
No,
What's his
these by
name?
either goblins or giant beetles.
Oh, he's lost his
Mr.
mind.
Quick Man.
Is he trapped? Like
It'll come to you if
like-
you don't think about it.
I'll walk in that direction to see whether he slows down anywhere, and I might be able to approach him with some sort of calmness.
So,
Are there any
You'll
apples?
be like
Costa.
Sir Lancelot
There are no
now, you're
apples.
going
Costa.
mad and living in the woods for years like a wild animal.
you can
Yeah, that was exactly what I was thinking.
you can all roll a dice, and if you get under your intelligence, you may realise something.
What kind of dice should we throw?
Under our intelligence.
My intelligence
Yes.
is 10. I was supposed to have half a chance.
Under or equal. Under or equal.
Do we add our modifier?
My intelligence is pretty high.
Come on, David.
Modifier
I
is
don't
usually
know.
instead of a skill roll.
I get a 4, which
you
is
do very
14
well.
points under my intelligence.
Now,
Hang on, does it work like I look at 15?
Oh,
No, that's half a class.
No, I just
Does
had
it
to do it.
work like?
No, I was thinking of something else. No, I don't do it, Dave.
excellent.
I do.
Okay,
It doesn't matter, it's fine.
15.
You only needed one. It wasn't actually that critical of
Did
him.
someone get it?
Shazad romps it in.
So he looks quite different to what you can remember, but you're pretty sure it's Kalanos. He's just gone all, he's like
Oh, fuck,
covered
it's
in
him.
soot and his hair's all
Oh,
gone bad.
You see
no.
the soot cleaner?
It's
The
Kalanos.
house soot cleaner.
Yes, that's it.
Pretty sure it's Kalanos, the boatman. The guy
Told
who
you
gave
he was
you
a
the boat
great
ride.
guy.
What's that got to do with the soot?
Who can run quickly? I can't. I'm in full plate.
Oh, it's all right. It's Peter finally.
Opens the door.
Opens the door, yeah?
I'm in full plate armor. I won't be able to catch him. I'll be like some like
He'll be even
transformer.
more scared.
I know.
Great.
Coming after him like Iron Man.
Yeah, me too. So
You're a thief. You're silent.
I'm a cleric.
Oh.
But I do have armor.
So,
Oh.
yeah, no, it's all right.
Yeah. go
You,
on.
he's hiding behind a log,
Right.
looking at you like a frightened
Okay.
rabbit.
Like, well, I'll put my hands up. What's his name again?
Kalanos.
Carlin Oz.
Huh?
We mean you no harm, sir. We're friends.
Oh, demons,
Friends.
beasts.
There's a difference.
You have come
Uh,
to the lumberjack
we're the opposite
village,
of
which
that.
has been attacked by goblins and everybody.
I think you are in need of some medical assistance. We can
Lumberjacks.
provide it for you.
At the lumberjack.
I could
camp.
roll on my charisma and see how I go.
So we'll just pause briefly and get Peter up to speed.
Last I remember was there was a bunch. We were standing in front of a bunch of.
Oh God, you haven't been here for an hour. We've already bought those back.
Okay, shall I bring him up to speed?
Well,
Yes.
Bring him back.
we've got like
Okay,
3/4 of
we
them.
return to Sukiskin.
No, before you do
No,
that, you
before
got the
that,
horses.
we got the horses back.
Oh, yeah, sorry. I started at the day.
Yeah, so
not
we did
It wasn't an hour.
Bandit camp.
Yeah.
They did a deal with the bandit camp lady.
Yep, that's all I need to know.
Basically, they got 2/3 of the horses back, and she kept the rest,
Excellent. What happened after that?
and that avoided a fight, which is probably for the best.
Excellent. I worked that one out.
We
What
went
happened
back to the
next?
homestead.
Bullet points, Dave. I'll see all the rest on YouTube later.
All right, take
We
it,
went to
take it.
Sukiskin.
Yep.
There were 4 new arrivals, Gregor and 4 lumbermen. That's 5 new arrivals. I'll just adjust that.
Oh God, he's keeping track of all the numbers. Some of them were wrong.
Yeah, well, there's a horse discrepancy.
They
That's-
started drinking and telling jokes, and then the drunkest one asked us to go and find his brother. So now we went down.
Yeah,
and we
so-
found a goblin, a human who was dead, and we stole all their money. And we kept going, and now we're at his family's home, and the only one
No,
left is a guy who's
that's-
covered in
that's
soot.
we're at the
A
lumber
boat full of men with
No,
arrows
you're
in it.
diverging
We're at the
from reality.
lumber camp again.
Not this family's home, the lumber camp.
what you missed out is when you went back to
So
Sukiskin.
now we're at the lumber camp, and there's a boat full of men with arrows in it. And
Okay,
a guy
I'll
covered in
just
soot.
go from there and watch the YouTube.
Yes.
That's good. I'm happy. I'm up to speed.
Anyway, yeah, you're at the lumber camp. So where was I? Kalanos. Yeah, all right. So
That's we mean you no harm. We're able to help.
all right. So I think it looks like he might be believing you.
Now look around, see if there's any other survivors.
You can have a look around.
Or bushels of apples.
No, you need to go and heal.
If there are any
this
surviving
guy. You need to
goblins,
go
do we
and heal
help
the
them or
cleric.
do we
Go and help him.
dispatch them?
I just think he's injured.
Yeah, it could be.
I think it's just soot.
Well, just go and have a look.
Be neutral.
Unless he's allergic to soot.
Not the
Kind of
doctor.
undecided.
No, I'm not the doctor in this scenario. You
I
need
guess
to go
I am
and-
the doctor.
You are. Maybe you should go and check him out.
Oh yeah, what? You don't have a spell that will calm people.
Sleep will.
Sleep will help.
Josh, I don't
No,
make
don't.
him go to
Don't.
sleep.
No, don't.
Well, Ray could
Ray could, but it's a waste of his sleep.
do a Vulcan mind meld. No, whatever that nerve pinch thing is.
Is he the only one
I'll
we
do
can
it.
find
We're
who's
almost going to go to
alive?
sleep now, so I might as well give this guy.
no,
Everyone
no,
else
we're
dead?
not. We're not
No,
going to go
give
to
this
sleep.
It would appear that
What if we
everyone
suddenly
else
get
is-
ambushed and we
So
need
he's the
to
only
Give this guy a
survivor.
piece.
He's the only
Well,
survivor
well,
that
well,
hasn't been dragged away to the goblin camp, yes.
Oh. The Grey wants to knock
I
us
swoon
out.
this guy.
Oh, he's going to knock him out. He's gone sleepy, Dave.
Yeah,
I'll do
it's
some
probably
last
the best.
rites on the dead people,
Oh, right, yes. Good idea.
and then we've got to think what we're going to do with Sootface.
Well,
I
he's asleep
put him to
now.
sleep.
Where's asleep?
He put him to sleep.
So we put him in the bed.
Oh, I
Yes.
thought you were going to say in the bin. Oh, God.
Well,
What are
yeah,
we
there
doing?
is. Well,
We'll put him in what's left of the bed.
Put him
yeah.
down.
Well, I'm just thinking about that. There's no real detail here, but there'll be log cabins,
Well-
and probably some of them are burnt down. But there might be.
But there
I'm
might be
sh-
a couple.
Place
I'm
that's
sure
not
you
burnt
could
down,
you
and
pull
we'll
the
clean the
corpses
soot
out
off
of
him.
it.
and we'll clean the take out the corpse, put him in, clean the soot off him, and put him
They're
in
going to
the
give him a
bed.
full bath and everything.
Comb his beard.
So the corpse is the guy.
Puts him in sense on it.
Bath. You've turned into a nurse now. and
Yes,
you're just going to
Kalanos.
Sponge bath him.
So if you take sticks to his arms, you'll be able to animate it.
Kalanos the boatman. He was the guy who gave you the boat ride to Misha's
Yeah,
funeral.
well,
Is he
why-
dead?
No, he's
No, he's
asleep
just
now.
He's mad.
He's
Ray put him to sleep.
You went to the lumber camp. Everyone was dead except for Kalanos, who was acting like a crazy person. So the goblins clearly attacked the place, and they've taken away a bunch of captives. You know this because so the thing Urban didn't tell you was that a bunch of people, well, a small group of people, had escaped from the lumber camp and had made it to Sukiskin in the time while you were away dealing with the horse thieves. So when you got back, there was Gregor and a couple of other people from the lumber camp. They said that they'd been attacked by the goblins and the place had been sacked, and they'd escaped. And they saw Kalanos alive, but they didn't know what happened to him. But
Stephanos was captured.
Stefan, the brother of Piotr being the clan chief of Sukiskin, Stefan has been captured by the goblins, the Wolf Skull goblins, and now Piotr obviously wants him back. And he has offered you half the white horses in exchange for Stefan's return. Or rather, half the profits from their sale.
Right, and we haven't found Stefan's dead body, and we're not trying to reanimate him.
You have not found Stefan's dead body.
Excellent.
How many dead people are there?
I don't know, it doesn't say, but presumably a fair.
Can we float?
Oh, build a raft of corpses.
Kalanos's
down
boat.
the river.
Ah, Kalanos' boat.
Ah, yes.
How
He's
extensive
back.
is the
That's not a terrible idea, because you could. Except you've got all the horses.
Oh,
And
wait,
the
wait,
donkey.
wait, wait.
Making a
We've got a
boat
horse
of
each.
corpses.
Did I find any apples?
Sorry?
Did I find any apples?
Did you find any apples? I'm going to say you did,
I give an apple to Thackeray.
because
We have a
you,
mule
you
called
found
Thackeray.
you found
Donuts.
you found a small cask of
He's a video
apples.
game mule.
Yeah, pretty much.
We take that on the boat.
So could you refloat the boat? Yes, you probably could if you spent the better part of a day bailing and patching the hole in it.
We can do that.
Does this sound like we're going to lose too much time, though? Is that a GM hint?
Yeah, we need to chase down Stefan.
Stephanos. before he
Stefan.
gets gimmicked.
Sorry, I said Stephanos. It's Stefan.
Stefan.
You do have Kalanos with you now, though.
We do have Kalanos, but
Oh, you
he's-
picked up a pack mule too.
Yes, I know. Zacharias.
Thackeray.
The smith.
Thackeray.
Yes,
Thackeray.
What do we not?
he was
But-
lost in the woods.
Instead of space.
What's wrong?
But that guy's not going to be able to help us find him.
You never know.
He might have magic powers.
Oh, Kalanos.
That's
Got a
true.
chance.
He's covered in soot. That makes him magic.
We've
Yes.
cleaned him.
Chim, chimney, chim, chim.
Does that mean we've wrecked his magic by giving him by cleaning him down?
If we hang him in a tree upside down, he'd spin around
No,
and he'll
if
be
you touch
pointing the
it,
direction.
His magic rubs off on you.
All covered in soot there.
Anyway,
It's
we
like the
can move on.
anti-Tinkerbell.
You can move on.
All right, let's move on.
So what are you doing? Are you taking Kalanos back
Yeah.
to Sukiskin?
Oh,
But he's
oh
asleep.
God! Do we have
We're
to
gonna
go
wait for
back
him to
that
wake
far?
Or are you going to take him on an adventure?
No,
with
let's
you?
take him on an adventure with us.
Because
He's asleep for the next 10
I'm going to
hours.
split the party. I'll take Kalanos
Oh,
back too.
don't!
sure?
Oh, don't do
Could we
this.
put him in
I'm
one of
gonna
those
take Kalanos
papoose
back,
type things
then
and
I'm
carry him
gonna
along?
catch the
We just
others.
put-
How are you going to catch
We
them?
drape him over a
Where are
bloody
they
horse.
How would you know where
We
they are?
just drape him over
We'll
a
drape,
horse.
drape him over one of the horses and bring him along.
Why can't he come with us?
That's what I'm saying.
We
We
drape
he's
him over
asleep,
a
so we have
horse
to
and we'll
drape
take
him on a
with
horse.
us. We've got
Put him on
horses, haven't
Thackeray.
we?
The only problem is he's dirty. He's going to make the white horse dirty. So yeah,
We
we'll
don't
put him
have
on
the white
Thackeray.
horse.
Clean now. Come on. How many times do we have to say this? We've cleaned
We've
his
cleaned
suit.
him up. So we could put him on anything.
We don't have the white horses. We didn't take the white horses. We were given other horses.
Well,
Oh, then it doesn't matter what horse we use.
yes,
True.
exactly.
You've got a pack mule
Let's
you
go.
can strap him to if you need to strap
I'm
him to
strapping him
something.
to the pack mule.
Get him between the mule and the
I
horse.
said
Tie his,
that's
tie his
my
hands
idea.
and to his feet
Put him
so
on
he
the
stays
Thackeray.
on firmly and doesn't fall off.
I would suggest you just go back to Sikiskin. But while you're here,
Why not just nail him to the horse?
while you're here,
And his hat to his head.
while you're here,
Sounds like a urban lobby.
while you're here,
Yes.
you could possibly look around for tracks. I don't know, maybe of wolves.
I'm not a tracker.
Implementing my sarcastic suggestion.
You should check for tracks.
Where is our
I will check for tracks.
Can I have, oh, I've got the map.
Haha!
We don't have time to go to Siscon. We
Where
have
are
to
we?
catch up with the goblins.
Before they catch a train to Budapest.
Exactly.
Okay, it's not actually. I'm not going to make this hard for you.
Okay.
I
will search for Giggles as well, unless he's already found something.
It's not hard to find a big pack of the tracks of a big pack of wolves.
No, that is
especially when you know what
absolutely
you're looking for. You can see that. Yes, that they went off towards the village of or settlement of Cherkas.
We better hurry
Shut
before
up,
they
Gus.
attack that place.
Yes, and murder everyone, and then we can take their stuff.
Now you could either go
Or
back.
we kill the people in the town.
Now
Yes.
you're probably going to have to spend the night in Iliakana because it's getting late, unless you really want to go traipsing through the forest at night.
But we're not fixing the boat.
Or you could fix the boat, I guess. If you
Sorry,
That's
it was
gonna take
going.
him a
These
day.
these tracks were going towards where?
Cherkas on this map. Cherkas.
If they don't have
Spell
a
it.
boat, then we don't need a boat to follow them.
Cherkas.
Unless the boat goes
You
faster than
definitely
them.
won't need a boat to get to Cherkas unless you want to drag it through the forest.
We're not dragging a boat through the forest because we're not Werner Herzog or Klaus Kinski.
We had a tribe of.
And a giant pulley system. And you were insane.
The record player.
Oh yes, don't forget the record player. And we're all dressed in white.
Oh, getting good. I like this.
What else am I going to say? I'm going to say something. Oh yeah, so you could either Cherkas on this map is right there. You are here. Cherkas is there. Sikiskin is back there. So you could either take Kalanos back to Sikiskin, which would take about a day on horseback, or in the morning you could head off towards Cherkas, which would take you about half a day, and you could take Kalanos with you, and maybe then head back to
Hang on,
Sikiskin.
go Ray's original plan. If we've got the mule, we'll be going slower than two people on horses anyway. So Ray could take him to there and then catch up to us.
Well, that's true. You now have a rendezvous point, which
Right,
is
our
Cherkas.
Valuable.
Yeah, he's a
Character.
spellcaster.
Without him, we'd all die.
Yes, but it's a sacrifice I'm willing to make.
Yes. So it's more horses for him later.
Yes, we get assaulted by 500 goblins. Ray, put them to. Oh shit!
Oh, shit.
Oh dear.
There. I'll just walk out of the combat oblivious as they bounce off me. Boom.
What with your cantrips? I'm gone.
How
I
about
fucking piss off.
I'm gone.
Are they making tea? They did.
He pissed off. Don't you remember at the end of nearly the end of the episode?
When?
When it was about to be hung, you went, "I'm fucking out of here," and you just left.
Oh yeah, that's right. I did that. But I was going to get our weapons.
Oh, don't worry, I've got a surprise for you.
You had a plan.
Yeah, I was going to get our weapons because I figured if we're going to do anything, we might need some freaking weapons.
That does make sense.
I mean, what else am I going to do? He's already dead.
He wasn't by that stage. You did actually leave him.
Did I?
Past
I
pet shop
thought I
photo.
did.
There's
I
a
did.
sign
I
in the
didn't
window
run away.
saying, "For
I was
sale,
definitely getting weapons.
genuine Amsterdam cat."
In fact, that's probably
Wondering
why I
if
went
this could be
away.
true.
Because I
I
was
went in
getting
and
weapons
asked,
before he got
How'd
home.
that just
No,
that
you
bomb
ran
in
away.
the window?
You went, no, I'm out of here.
What?
You know where you could have gone?
Where?
To the gallows!
And get hung too.
And got him down. You could have appeared next to him and cut the rope.
How? Oh, hang
I
on.
just threw up.
Yeah, I could have actually.
Yes, you could have.
Never occurred to me.
I know.
There were other people there. They could have done
It actually had
something
occurred to me, and I thought you were going to do
It
it.
never occurred to me.
So
Sorry.
weird.
No. That's fine.
Aha, now I know. I did not know, but now I do.
But I can't. I'm a vampire.
Anyway,
Yes, anyway, back to the story
back
we're
to
doing.
this adventure.
Yeah.
He's the one who should feel guilty about the boy in the pie. Or was it the little girl in the pie?
Finger
That's
in the
you.
pie. There's a finger.
Again.
No,
Silence.
I didn't investigate it because the plan wasn't going to investigate it, and I didn't think why I should investigate it.
Everything you mentioned was actually being you.
No, I
That
took
was him
an,
as well.
no, I took an interest, and he didn't take an interest. So I decided if he's not
Okay.
going to
You
take an
mentioned
interest,
Kill
I'm
I'm
not
not
going
going
to
to
take an
either.
interest because he's the plan.
You saw a kid get stuffed into a bag and you did nothing about it.
I did. I told him, and he did nothing about it. I told the proper authorities. I did my duty as an
You told
upstanding
Dave
citizen.
is the proper authority.
Yeah.
My
he's
mind
the
was
plan.
melting at the time from the horror.
Well, that's no excuse. You're
Isn't
the
it?
lawful good one. I'm
Well,
not.
if I have to intervene on everything that happens in bloody that horror show of a game, I would have been dead in the first 10 minutes.
See, so I made the right decision to leave him on the gallows by
Now,
his own logic.
In that horror show of a game.
now,
Oh, dear.
I didn't release the werewolf that killed the priest. You can't blame that one.
It wasn't a
on me.
werewolf, it was a vampire.
I released the
I
werewolf.
assumed it was a werewolf.
but I did not release no vampire, no.
What are we
killed
doing?
the priest,
He
but
had
we didn't
hairy
kill the
palms
deacon.
that made him a werewolf, yeah.
Are we going to split up
That
or
is
stay
making shit
together?
up.
I thought it was a
Of course.
werewolf.
Of course.
Are we
No.
splitting up or are we staying together?
So,
I just knew it was hairy.
yes,
before
I
the
do
fancy
worry that
stuff.
they're going
God,
to
let's
attack
get
this
back
other
to
town. I do worry they're going to attack the town, so maybe some of us should go.
So,
I
Even
don't
if
see
we
the
can't-
problem of taking him to the town and then we can go back. I think it's dangerous to leave.
So in other words,
We
don't split up.
the party. Don't
Go
split
to the
party.
town.
Okay.
So
I
right,
love the fact that
so
we
you're all going to Cherkas.
we managed
Yeah,
to we
yeah.
managed to discuss with the horse thief and get out of that without actually murdering people, and now we're just about coming to blows over whether we're going to split the party.
let's go.
No, I-
You're going back?
Yeah.
You're going, yeah, nah, I'm going.
He'll catch up to us.
Sure.
So,
We'll be going up your
presumably
speed.
you're all spending the night in Iliakana because
Okay.
it's
Yeah.
late in the day,
Yep.
and then the following morning you're splitting.
Yep.
I assume. Okay, good. So that's happening.
I start scribe,
So I guess that
scribbling a
means that
note,
Ray is
"You left
taking
us,
the
you
mule with
bastard."
him
You can't scry.
because
No, because
What do you
these
mean,
guys
I
are going
always
to
do?
take the meal because it'll
Because
slow
he-
them down.
Oh,
because he's got a
I'm
little
giving
attached
Thackeray
to the
another
corporate.
apple. Yeah,
So
I'm definitely
what-
taking the mule.
Oh, hang on.
How
you
are
could
you,
give me
how are you
raise actions.
transporting Kalanos?
What?
Horse.
You could blame me for raise actions.
There's not an extra.
I'll find a
horse.
way.
On the
One
back
of
of
these
his
guys
horse.
can ride a mule. Not
It would
take
be
the
so
horse.
much easier if you just transported him with the mule.
But whose idea was it?
He
that the
actually
mule
gave
was
you a
slowing
mule
down?
for this job.
No, it was your idea.
There isn't an
first. I
extra
just
magic
suggested we could
horse.
time to
You,
a
you
horse.
said the mule
Oh, I
would
said
be
we could.
slow.
I said we could time to a horse.
I actually
Okay,
think
I'll take the
Thackeray's
mule.
pretty
There's-
fast.
But the mule will make you slower than us.
It doesn't matter. He's going back to Sikiskin anyway. Either way, you'll get to Cherkas. The
Okay.
distance to Cherkas is half that to Sikiskin.
Okay.
He'll be way behind you no matter what you do.
So what's happening to Thackeray?
I just assumed he'd be moving
He's
faster if
coming
he had two
with
horses.
Killanos and myself.
Well, yes, you could, but then
I'll give you the thing
do,
of
do we have
apples.
anyone small
He
who
likes
can
these
ride a
apples.
mule? I guess Kalanos can, so someone else could.
Say bye, you mule.
Bye, Thackeray.
All right, you would
Be
just do it.
good
You'll
for
never-
It's fine. It's,
I think I'll leave Thackeray
Squeeze off.
with.
Shazad.
it's
Shazam!
such a minor detail; it doesn't really matter. You'll get back to Sikiskin within a day, even with the mule, and even with Kalanos. All right, no worries.
And
It'll just take you a
leave the
bit
camel.
longer than it took to get up here. That's all.
Since you sound magic user,
Bye,
we should have
Thackeray.
like half a ring each that we could put together to call it.
But
He's
then,
got
then
ring
we're going to have
attached to the
to
mule.
revolve around evil viziers trying to get our rings.
Yeah, true.
Trust me, you look after Thackeray.
Yes, I will look after Thackeray.
In his
He is
tummy.
well taken care of.
Roasted over a fire.
Crackling. Do mules have crackling?
No,
Now we
they
will
don't.
answer this
Don't
question.
No, they do not. Only animals which don't have hair have crackling. So humans would have crackling.
Pigs have hair.
Long
I
pig.
don't believe I just said that.
Long pig.
Humans have hair. Monkeys have hair.
Long pig would have crackling.
Do monkeys have crackling?
No. Yeah, you need
Does
a you need
crackling
a
have crackling?
need a fair amount of subcutaneous fat, like pigs and humans do.
Does Baron Harkonnen have crackling?
He's got enormous quantities of crackling.
Absolutely disgusting amounts of crack.
What about gorillas? They're big.
You'd also be able to render him fatality. But anyway,
Are we there yet?
He'd make a great black pudding.
it's all right.
Render him down with the
Okay,
teeth.
well, effort to make the Baron Harkonnen tallow joke.
That's worth the entire event, the entire coming here tonight, isn't it?
Anyway, back to this. So, so no problems you getting back to Sukiskin. The people there saying, "Oh, we will look after that person."
I suggest that if
Margaret
they have the
Thackeray
people, they might
Forest.
want to go and fix Kalanos's boat and bring it back.
When you get back to Sukiskin, there are more refugees there than before.
This is not good.
They say they came from
If you
Cherkas.
build a wall, you can keep them out.
Is that the
Cherkas,
town?
that's the place you guys are heading to.
So they've already attacked.
It's turned into Christmas Island now, this place.
Meanwhile,
Damn, that got dark.
I'm
You-
not sure of the reference.
you guys cross the forest,
Oh, yes.
following the wolf tracks. They do get fainter over
Well, we're not
time.
murdering them. We're just letting them die through natural wastage.
You see the smoke of Cherkas before you arrive, rising from above the trees.
From the
Everything.
chimneys?
But wolves can't set fire to stuff.
I thought we were following goblins.
Goblins riding wolves.
Goblins are
can.
good at that.
Oh no.
No.
This place has been destroyed too. It's probably a good thing you didn't bring Kalanos here because he would have had a complete freak out.
My next adventure's
Can I
going to
look-
be a happy, uplifting thing with no.
I
no
look for
mass murdering of
survivors.
everyone.
Even though I'm not there, I tell them
I've
to
not had a
check
mass murderer.
the immediate area for survivors
Jono
and,
asked for
and young
one, and I'm
children.
going to.
I already told him I'm looking for
What a happy adventure.
A
I don't think
happy
he heard me.
adventure.
Well, I created one for my Star Trek. It was
Exactly. If he can give us a happy adventure.
without mass
The
murdering.
race that nearly didn't happen, that was a happy adventure.
Well, that's
The race,
Where we
the
almost
race that broke
left
down
the
halfway
captain.
through the race, and we had to rescue
At least,
the
at least
other.
there wasn't mass murder.
Well, you didn't murder the Klingons, did you?
Yeah,
True, we
yeah.
didn't
That was
know.
a
And they
good game.
and a remarkable thing really,
was
they
that
didn't
happy
murder
ending?
you.
Yeah, true.
We almost left
What
the
happened?
captain.
Till I
and
found
the
was that
captain
a
was
happy
the bad
We all
guy.
crossed the line together.
We did. We all crossed the line together.
Can we look which direction they headed into next so we can try and stop the next round of.
Shouldn't we check
Murdering.
this place out
Murdering.
first before we move on?
I just did, there's
Yeah,
no
yeah.
survivors.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah,
So Cherkas is a dead town.
there's a very briefest of descriptions here which basically says ruined homestead. So it is a ruined
Right.
homestead.
Where to next?
You do see goblin tracks and wolf tracks around the place as well.
Where to?
Right.
So the wolf tracks lead off across the moors.
Moors.
What the hell are the moors?
Maybe this is
The
the
open space here.
Oh,
frozen forest.
But you have to wait
No.
for Ray to arrive. It's only midday.
Oh,
They prefer the term Spanish Muslims.
Ray probably won't arrive until
If he'd taken 2 horses, he'd be arriving earlier.
Ray will. It doesn't matter that.
But
Let's not
now
make
he's
this
travelling
a thing.
alone.
Let's
Via mule.
Let's not make this.
Via mule.
I'm leaving Thackeray at Sukuskin.
Ha ha!
He's walking
I have
alone.
my horse.
He
He's
can
on
get
his
back a
horse
lot quicker.
alone.
on a horse by himself. Yes. Okay, you're now in the open, riding towards Cherkas,
So Urban had to build a pony moment. I missed it.
crossing the open moors.
Riding on a horse.
And why are we riding back towards Cherkas? 'Cause-
You are not only Rays.
Okay.
You guys are waiting at Cherkas for Ray to arrive.
Who
Right.
is this master man?
having a nice meal, perhaps a little rest by the fire.
Oh, definitely.
After you piled the
Cooking
corpses.
cooking their damper on the
Are we
embers of
eating goblin?
Gearkiss.
Yeah. Some ale, some good laughs.
Yeah.
Roasting marshmallows over a pile
Fortunately,
of.
fortunately, they haven't gone rotten yet, so it's all right.
Talking about good times.
Would you like some beans?
Sure.
While
They're not really beans, are they?
Right.
Just move
Yeah,
Yes,
past,
they
move,
are. But I have other stuff when you're hungry.
shove the dead guy out of the way.
while you're crossing the moors, suddenly your horse just starts getting antsy and stops on you,
That's not good.
Invisible dangers.
They're actual ants.
and then it starts
No, no.
like it's calling.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, it's Gandalf.
Oh, no.
It's calling for the horse gods.
And then just over the ridge, you see a figure appear.
Oh, God.
Figure 8.
It's some...
Hang on. The horse.
Oh, my
Oh,
goodness. Who is this dude?
It's a centaur.
Aim for the head.
Who's this dude? He's going to gimp you now.
How about we don't make any aggressive moves towards the guy that's going to
It's
get
not-
us?
not
Hang
us,
on,
he
it's
sings.
up to me.
It's her and friend
And I'm
of the
totally
forest.
aggressive. No, I'm not.
Make it sweet. Friend of the forest.
He looks at you for a minute, then he goes.
Jeez. What, I'm not winning these freaks.
So it's a centaur.
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 Hey, Sagittarius dude. I'm not there.
Do you have like a prophecy? If not, bugger off. Do.
Factory now.
Did you know that Chiron?
Like some lemonade.
Did you know that Chiron,
Chiron the
the
Magnificent.
centaur,
I
was also?
I try to keep the horse calm,
Mm-hmm.
and I bow deeply to the centaur.
No. See what he does.
He pauses.
Just wait.
It's almost like he's only just noticed you. He's been basically talking to your horse.
Hold your ground, Ray. Hold your ground.
Don't lose
I
eye
let him
contact.
continue his conversation.
Oh, he seems to have finished that.
No, okay.
I would have taken offence on not dressing my horse.
He starts hopping slowly towards you.
Nice. Let him
Clip,
approach.
clip, clip, clip.
Let him approach. Don't make any sudden movements. No sudden movements. No sudden movements.
Your horse says that that it's been treated well.
Oh, thank God for that. You didn't beat the shit out of
This
my
is
horse.
this
I
is
try.
fortunate.
Oh,
I
otherwise,
try to keep.
otherwise I'd rip you a new one.
I try to treat all creatures justly. I lie.
Can you tell?
He senses your lie. He kills you.
Die in the name of Pena! Yeah!
What brings you to the moors, friend?
Oh, friend. Okay, good. Take him with us.
I'm rescuing my folk from the ravages of the goblin onslaught.
Wolves have passed this way. Goblins riding them.
Bring him with us. I've always wanted a unicorn.
I take it that horses are no friends of the wolves.
Is it a unicorn?
His testicles are in track.
My people are no friends of the wolves. You are
It's not a
correct.
unicorn? Oh, okay. I don't want to be.
My people are no friends of their goblin riders.
We people are not much friends of Bulgars either. They steal horses. Sometimes they
With a finger.
sometimes they mistreat our brothers and sisters.
Oh, hang on.
He's some sort of native.
Sometimes.
You're not there. Shut
I
up.
know. I just couldn't resist that.
If Ray had
But
beans, he
wolves
could
are
buy their
worse.
entire country.
Wolves are
And a
worse.
blanket.
And a blanket, yes. I'll cough on it first.
If you seek your friends, they are at Cherkas. For I have seen them
What?
from
I
afar.
thank you
What?
for this information.
This weirdo's
That's where
been
I'm
spying
heading
on
now.
us.
If you seek the wolves, they cross the moors towards the Dimrak
Did he
forest.
say seek of the wolves?
If you seek the wolves, not seeker the wolves.
Let's say I
The
did
wolves.
say-
Seek of the wolves!
Sorry.
And then you can save the princess.
Seek of the end of the castle!
Mario, the centaur.
And then buy the pizza.
in the direction that my arrow flies.
And somebody out of nowhere's wrong. What the hell? Who would do this? Who does this?
We will find this arrow shooter and kill him!
Oh no! It's safe to play outside, darling. Just go outside.
Where's the map?
Sorry,
So-
sorry. You said a place name.
So you encountered this chap who hasn't mentioned his name or anything.
Oh, Zakar.
Oh, Ray on the moors.
Centaur.
Yeah, because Ray's crossing over this way, so he's about
Doesn't
here.
speak English correctly. Is at one with nature, and randomly shoots things.
He shot.
He's
He,
obviously a complete hick.
he shot his arrow in that direction.
I shot my arrow in the
But he
air.
mentioned a place, didn't he?
He just said the Dimrak Forest.
That's a place.
Presumably, we're
West
in the
of
Dimrak
Cairo.
Forest, aren't we?
Well, not right now. You are. Right now, you're out in the moors, just outside of the.
Isn't
Dimrak.
all that green stuff the Dimrick Forest?
Yeah, all of that is. But
So you're being loose with geography.
no, I'm pointing at this point, which is inside the green stuff,
Dave.
and is
So it's
in the
north-
open
so it's
moors.
northwest. Northwest.
Isn't that obvious? This is
Yeah,
open
it's
and
very
it's
obvious.
green.
Yeah, absolutely. I see it.
Yes, I see.
Sorry?
I love it.
I appreciate the information greatly. May I ask your name?
Your name?
They call me Losha.
Loshad.
My name is Shazad. Well met.
Well,
Watch
that's
out,
Losha.
son, who's the dad?
Loshad. Get him to come with you.
Make sure this one is looked after.
Always.
He likes apples. Goodbye.
My God, you were right.
Except that he's not running Thackeray right
That's
now.
right, he's not running Thackeray. I wish Thackeray had been there. Thackeray would have loved that.
He rides back up to the
He
ridge,
would have
goes,
loved that.
No, the centaur would have. The centaur would have
horse
seen
goes
him as
back
an
and then he rides
abomination and killed him.
Yeah, he might have actually gone.
So glad he was there.
These dwarf creatures need to die.
It's a mule. It's half horse, half donkey. That's what have you done?
this is travesty. This is evil.
Why do you have half-beast abominations?
Abomination for horses.
Is there no end to your disgustingness?
Anyway, Loshed, bugger off now.
Oh shit!
Did you guys know that in Greek mythology the centaur Chiron was also the doctor of the gods?
Yeah.
And so that makes him the centaur for disease control.
You've made Ray fall from a very high place. I hope you're satisfied.
It's his brain dissolving.
His brain dissolved. Wow, that joke worked better than I could have ever imagined.
Is that or he's having an AstraZeneca stroke?
I've
Has
avoided it so
Shazad met
far.
us yet?
Well, have you had your shot?
Peter
On
survived
Thursday.
quite fine.
Did you
apparently.
enjoy it?
I had a little bit of a fever and some headaches that went for like 2 days.
2 days.
The headaches were 2 days, the fever was 1 day.
I only had lightheadedness. It was actually kind of worth it. It was kind of good.
I felt a little bit lightheaded on that afternoon, and I'm like, am I imagining this or not? Because, sometimes. And
Next
then-
day, no, you're not.
But then I woke up in the middle, I go, oh.
That's because you're so much healthier than the rest of us.
It's like, can't get
So
warm.
you had Pfizer? Or you had AstraZeneca as well?
No, I had the one that causes blood clots.
AstraZeneca.
Yeah.
You haven't had yours?
Have you had yours, David?
No.
Why not?
I haven't found out yet.
Why not?
Which one did you have?
AstraZeneca.
That makes you magnetic.
Look,
Are you really? You
I don't
know,
want a blood clot, right?
when you were in Gallipoli
Oh,
When you
no.
were in
Here
Gallipoli-
we go. Why did I mention it?
and your mates went over the top,
Oh,
you said,
God.
"I'm afraid of bullets."
I would have. I am. Those things.
Lone
That,
Pine it
that
was.
shit can kill you.
At Lone Pine, we
They
made it into the
sacrificed
trenches.
themselves
We
for
did.
you,
We
Yeah.
made
In
it to the
certain
Turkish
death.
trenches.
but you're afraid of a 1 in a million.
We made it, and then I
I
got
think it's
stabbed in the
worse than
head.
look at this. Urban, this is the magic.
Yeah,
it's
right. It's
infinity
less than,
times
you're afraid of
infinity,
less than 1
and
in a
if you
million.
tattoo it on your forehead,
Safe.
it will keep you safe from coronavirus.
There you go.
Pete Evans told me that one.
Oh, God.
Your brother should get one of those.
I went to
Forehead
book it,
too.
but like I have to phone a GP or something.
Don't trigger
I
me.
did that.
I had to book mine about 6 weeks before I got it, and I've already got it. And Jenny got hers
Oh,
like,
look,
within
here's
a
an
week, and
interesting
she got
symbol.
she got
Oh, God,
the other one, the better one.
Pfizer.
Apparently, a lot of young people are kind of turning up at the clinics late in the day, just in case there's any leftovers, and they get a free shot. And then because they've actually had their first shot, they have to be automatically booked to actually get their second.
Jenny registered her interest before they started handing them out, so she actually got it the same week, and she's actually got her second shot now. She's actually fully immunised.
Yeah, mine's not next Thursday, but Thursday after that.
All right. So have we been
Do it
ticking?
for your family.
Have we been
Do
ticking
it
off
for your
Oh,
days?
all the
I'll phone up
days!
tomorrow. Alright, I'll phone
Captain
up. I'll phone up to make
Dayman!
it happen tomorrow.
Dayman,
What
take
the
the
hell?
day!
So
What
we should have.
Oh, the day. No, how many
Shut
days?
up.
I lost a couple of days.
Shut up.
We should have ticked off at least one day.
Have I missed out on
Sorry, if I
Fool's
caught
Day
up
every
with
day?
You
there's
stayed
two.
overnight in Ely
Take it,
Cartmel.
do it, do it,
Have
do
I
it.
caught up with them?
That's
Is
say
it?
that. Yeah.
So that was one day when we took one day to go from the log place to the.
Yeah.
So that's one day. Yeah.
Yeah, so
Was
no,
that one day?
you stayed overnight in the forest.
Log
You went to
place?
the
No,
bog.
log
No, you went
place.
to the bandit camp first. You stayed
Yeah,
overnight
I did
there.
that one. I did that one.
Then you stayed overnight in the log camp.
Okay, that's that one.
Do-
And then
do-
was there another night?
Hang on.
Do
Not
you
yet.
think we should
Hang on,
do
hang on,
something?
hang on.
No, right.
So
Right.
after, before, there was a night before, the day switch before Shabad set out to Sukiskin.
Yes.
So what was the day?
We are now
Yep. The 11th of Falmouth.
Lunar Day, the 11th of Falmouth.
We're all under track. We're all up to
that's right.
speed.
Lunatic.
Now,
Valmont.
so Ray makes it to Cherkas that late that afternoon. So you're back together.
Pull up the corpse of a
And
child
then-
and sit down.
And then it's basically the day after Lunar Day.
Now it is.
Yep.
What?
So now
I
it's the
catch
12th.
up with them late in the afternoon.
Yep.
So we sleep.
Yeah. That hasn't happened yet until I say it.
No, we don't sleep till he says. Or unless you put us to sleep.
Don't jump the gun, mate.
No,
Everyone
everyone
sleep.
sleep.
Everybody sleep.
Sleep now! Sleep!
Including myself.
You're good. You're a very good boy, Oliver.
So the goblins come and
Doesn't
we're
work
all
on
asleep.
fourth level.
We
code.
all die.
Where was I?
I just lead him in a meditation, mindfulness meditation.
Alright, another sleep. Does that mean I can
Oh, I hate mindfulness.
roll another 6 on time
I hate mindfulness. No.
and get more hit points?
I hate Smurfs.
Night falls.
Can I?
Does mindfulness give us more hit points?
Yes.
If I slept tonight, do I get more hit points?
Buggers have spent now 2 nights sleeping in the ruins of
Oh,
homesteads.
shit.
It's not much fun.
Roasting them by
So,
fire.
can I roll for more hit points?
Oh yes.
You got one. You got
Well,
one.
yeah.
Hey, I win.
Oh, should I?
So it's the,
should I-
now,
no,
now the
no,
next day,
I'm
right
down,
across the
I'm
day.
down by 2 points.
Right, we sleep.
Roll a d6.
No.
Oh,
it's
back
roll
to
this.
the beginning.
And if you get any more than yes, you're up to full speed.
It is now Gromdane, the 12th of Falmouth.
No, because I haven't told you what I haven't said.
Is this
Oh, I thought you
pen
just
or a
said, they
pencil?
said they're all going
I
to
don't
sleep.
think it has any lead in it.
No, it's.
So,
thank you.
as night falls,
I know, mine will live
The
for next day.
loneliness calls.
My lonely heart calls.
Is there any razor somewhere?
I can bring one to the party.
Razor.
Oh, it's alright, someone will bring it.
I already updated your hit points, by the way. No, not your hit points, your experience points.
Yeah, we
Oh,
you got
okay.
exact.
Oh, cool.
You got XP, man.
Oh, the game told him to do
You
that.
did. No, it
No,
was
no,
just
I
like-
did it.
I bitched about not going up.
I looked for where the game told me to do it, but it didn't tell me to
It
do it
doesn't tell me
anywhere.
to do it anyway.
You have to do it old school by adding up the experience
And I
points
want
of
him
everything
to.
you kill.
I
and-
want him to. I think if he
Oh my
wanted to play
God, are
first
you
level,
for real?
he's got to add everything up.
No, there's no way I'm doing that.
Do it. You're not a real.
Last
idiot.
time we did that ended in screaming matches.
Now, let's-
No.
Unlike what happens here.
These are friendly, happy, nice.
Oh, friendly screaming
matches. They are. There's a difference. They're
Yeah,
different.
he remembers the days of Bruce.
Stop it, just all of you.
You did him.
Now, as night falls,
And when he had no fed.
as night falls,
That was the other one.
please, God,
I didn't mention it. He mentioned it.
all roll a d20
You frustrated him away from atheism.
and get below either your intelligence or your wisdom, whichever works.
Yay,
for
I
you.
did it.
I jerked both
Below.
ways.
Okay.
I did it! I'm below both.
I got 16 points below
I failed.
my intelligence,
That's
Well
so
done.
brilliant.
and I rolled a 2.
But you're not even here.
Well, I
no,
rolled a
no.
16, so I dirt.
Yes, we hear everything, Dave. We see everything.
I failed.
He doesn't.
I'm dead.
Ray noticed first. He goes, "What's that? Is that the fluttering of bat wings?"
Oh my god. It's a barracky.
Barracky?
It's going to land and point at one of us.
What?
I remember what he's talking about. That was freaking decades ago.
What was that? Can somebody explain for the young guy in the room?
They sent a barracky out to find Dave's character.
What's a
Because they
barracky?
It's a Cthulhu monster that they summon to control, and they can give it one command, but it can't actually talk. So they said, go find David's character, and it flew off, and they didn't see it for a long time. And then later on they found him, and then later on after that, the barracky turned up and pointed at him, and then vanished.
Well, that was useful.
Yeah.
That's called literalism. Or something. No literalism, basically.
It was...
Now, somewhere. I
Everybody
should,
clap.
I really should print this out. And
What
the
to
thing I
disturb
should-
the bat?
Yes.
Oh,
What bat?
the bat
The
that's
bat
alive.
that
The
Ray
sound
just
of
heard
bat
and
wings.
everyone else who
Presumably, they've actually got bats attached to them. The technology of this setting isn't that they're going to have gramophone records with recordings of bat sounds.
What this means is we can now roll for initiative to see if they get the jump on you.
Should one of us
Right.
do it or all of us?
Well, they
One
shouldn't
of
get
us
to jump
should
on
do
me,
it.
should
Oh,
they?
not me.
Who's feeling lucky?
Should I roll a d6?
A D6 is what you
Okay,
should
I'm
do.
rolling a d6. I rolled a 6. Is that good?
No, supposed to get low.
No, it is good.
It is.
He also rolled a 6.
It's high in every case except when you're trying to roll under your attribute. It's not hard.
It's high, except when it's low.
That's why I stopped doing that and just made everything high.
Yeah,
Please stop.
that's how
Who,
it is.
who the person who was doing this was high.
You in initiative. There are bats coming at you. You're standing around a
I'm
campfire.
going to shoot it with my freaking crossbow.
That's a perfect thing to do.
Great clothes,
Bow
bats,
time.
big as blooming cats in the store. In the store,
12.
there were bats, big as blooming cats in the quartermaster's store.
Anyway, I rolled a 12, which
think
works
that's
against
gonna
armor class
My
7.
eyes are blind, I
You
cannot
missed.
See,
Yes, I
I
thought that
have
might be
not
the case.
bought my
Hard to hit
specs
these
with
things
Yeah.
when they're flying about in the dark.
Okay, well, I'll fling him with my sling.
eyes.
That's the only thing I don't like about D&D. Anything
3.
small,
Well,
I think
that's
is
not a hit.
ridiculous armor class.
Are we all
It-
shooting
it
at
kind of
bats?
makes sense, but it's also weird and annoying.
Alright.
So are they
Do you
staying?
Do you
like
have a missile
sling?
weapon or?
Yes, I do. I have
Sling! Sling at the bats!
Is we rolling on dexterity?
Oh, you get a bonus for dexterity.
If you have dexterity
You just
bonus.
roll a d20, add your dexterity bonus.
Oh, which is 0.
Yes, it's 0. I'm 0. That's why I only got
So we gotta
12.
roll high
You
now,
gotta
is that
roll
right?
now.
You have to roll high now.
Good.
You have to roll against the
You
20.
rolled a 3. That wasn't high at
That's
all.
not very high.
I
20.
I rolled 17 and I
11
missed.
plus 9.
You got a crit.
9? No. You don't add your dexterity, add your dexterity bonus, which you don't have, so you got 11.
Oh, hang on. What did I roll?
9.
You rolled a 9.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No, I rolled a
dexterity
7.
bonus.
No, you missed.
Well, I know the bats are just going to eat my face while I'm
anybody,
gone.
anybody
The
else got?
question I have is: are the bats staying up in the air, or are they coming down?
They're gonna dive bomb you.
Fine. In that case, what sort of bonus does my infravision give me?
There's a question.
I will give you a +2 to your roll. Do you have a missile weapon?
No, I do not.
Well, then you'll have to wait till they attack you.
Yep.
Now, it's now time for magic spells if anyone might be casting some.
Yes. How many bats do we know?
2 that you know of.
Will I sleepify them?
Yeah, he could like sleepify a lot of them because they're low hit monsters of monsterness.
They're giant vampire bats. But it's 4 hit dice or less, is that right?
They're being attacked by a bunch of me.
Yes.
Well, then they fall out of the sky.
Well, hang on, I have to figure out how many I do.
Yeah, roll.
That's one little thing that tells me. Oh, good grief. Sleep 4 plus 1 hit. 4 plus 2 die 8
Oh, 2d8. Yeah.
plus 1. Why plus 1?
For luck.
Just do
So
it!
you don't roll less than 3.
1.
Do more than that!
5.
They both fall out of the sky. Blop.
So then two
fact,
of them
I
go
couldn't-
together.
Since it was only 2.
That's
of them,
because he killed the rest of them in Sukiskin when they attacked.
Cool, now we can run up and stab them instantly because they're prone targets and cannot resist.
Yep.
Bats are not sentients, are they?
No.
Damn, we can't torture them and get
How
information
much
out.
damage does my damn thing do
Oh,
again?
don't worry. If it's falling out of the sky, you just stab it.
Okay.
Great Cleve.
So yeah, bats. You recognise they seem to be the same ones that attacked you in Sukiskin.
That's all his bats. Hobgoblin man has lost all his bats.
Then you hear, oh
It's Bear Man. He's come for us.
oh.
Okay.
The
How far?
moon is. I don't know if the phase of the moon is. There's actually a chart for the phase of the moon. I don't care. You can see in the moonlight
Yes.
Yes.
on the ridge there is a big goblin. In fact, a hobgoblin on a big wolf. A big wolf. You can
Yes.
see.
Well, I'm going to go do back at him.
It's his wolf that's falling, not him. But yes.
If you're going to be that dramatic, I'm going to send him up.
Fair enough.
So we see a hobgoblin on a wolf silhouetted against the moon.
Yep, and then 4 more.
Oh, that's so romantic.
Not quite as big as the first one, both in terms of the size of the wolf and the size of the hobgoblin.
Okay.
We've now entered
We
into
should
D&D
fall back to a
territory.
defensive point and prepare for combat.
You.
I know, exactly. Ooh.
They ride off.
Oh,
We can pursue. Do we wish to pursue?
in the middle of the night.
No.
He sent out his bats. They both got
How many-
stomped. He looked at you and then he rode off.
Sorry, how many wolves were there in total?
There was 5 in total. 1 very big hobgoblin on a very big wolf.
And
4 additional hobgoblins on slightly smaller wolves. They rode off. One thing you do know is that wolf skull goblins are not hobgoblins, so these guys are different.
These are imports.
What, they're all hobgoblins?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Are hobgoblins bigger or smaller than regular
Bigger.
goblins?
Bigger.
Bigger, okay. Right.
I think they're slightly smaller than half-orcs.
You hear tell that there are hobgoblins in the hills to the north of the moors, but you don't know much about them
Okay, righto. Well, that's.
because you don't live up there. You live in the forest.
I pass on the stupid rumour to my friends.
Ah, the stupid rumor.
Now, clearly, this chap was at Sukiskin because it's very likely that the bats that attacked you are the same bats that attacked you at Sukiskin.
Sorry, the what? What does Miroslav tell us?
In fact, the goblin told you when you captured that goblin. He said that Vlak,
Yes, he told
the
you
hobgoblin,
name.
gathered the tribes together to attack.
It's Black the Hobgoblin.
So presumably,
Back to
this is
Batman's.
Vlak the hobgoblin.
What did you know, Miroslav?
Oh, the hobgoblins lived in the hills to the north of the moors.
They're not on the map, but
Not on that map, but
Somewhere.
if you get the player's map, the sketch map.
aha, the Black Mountains and the Eastern Camerods.
So the forest, the moors, up that
The
way.
Eastern
Katomikos.
Eastern Camaricos. I assume these are also the Black Mountains.
Well, Katomikos is Eastern Katomikos is all of
Yes,
this.
so I'm
These
assuming-
are the Black Peak Mountains.
So I'm assuming these are the Black Peak Mountains as well,
Yes.
or what?
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
the whole thing is the Black Peak Mountains.
The map as a whole is Eastern Katomikos.
Yes.
Mountains, moors, and forest.
Montenegro.
All right, morning comes. Now you can mark off that.
I did. No, I already have.
Already
I kind
have.
of cheated, but yes.
Oh my
Thank goodness we
God.
What
live.
are you doing, Zach?
He's scratching like a
Itching.
bear.
Scratching. I
Like
hope
a
he's not
horse.
taking paint off my
Oh, I
walls.
thought bear.
No. Horse.
So,
Looks more like a bear.
it is the morning. You are at Cherkas.
Yes.
Presumably, Ray tells you of the weird horseman that he saw on the.
I tell them of the weird horseman.
Have you been eating mushrooms?
Yeah, I tell him it was an apparition. It didn't really happen.
Centaurs are clearly mythical beasts.
And of course, we've never seen any mythical beasts. He
Because they're
says,
mythical.
shoving a goblin skeleton out of the way.
You know, I once dreamt of a unicorn.
Ah, yes.
Beautiful creature.
Oh,
to me
shivery
as well.
with her scales.
Yes. That's
No,
very
that's
impressive.
a mermaid, mate. That's,
We'll look at you a bit
No,
strange.
it's a unihorse.
A unihorse.
Exactly.
And then talk to you. You
I
said.
wasn't sure it wasn't a rainy.
I wonder what day it is now.
What?
I wonder what day
It's
it
the
is
5th of
now.
I've done the day.
Grom
No,
Day
but we
the
just
12th. It's Grom Day the 12th of Falmont.
obviously.
Oh, Grondane.
Yes,
Oh,
it's Gromday.
Gromday.
Gromday, the 12th of
Allah.
Falmont.
Allah. What?
Right.
And when you dreamt of this man, what did he tell you?
Thing.
He said that they had retreated across the moors in
Ah.
that direction.
He did actually give you a direction.
Yeah, he
Which was
pointed-
northwest.
Was somewhat to the south of. No, it should have been southwest. Didn't I mark it as southwest?
Ah, it's west of Cairo after all.
Old bizarre.
Oh, I've written it right on the map. That's south.
Well, hang on, show
That's
me the
David.
map because
That's east.
It's pointing.
West is that way.
show me the
Yes,
map.
you're right. East, southeast. Stop it. Just
Stop
calm
it.
down.
I want to have
Stop
my
doing
little
it.
glory.
Stop
Southeast.
laughing.
Southeast.
Yes, yes, yes. You want to
Okay.
gloat. We're not going to let you. Suffer.
Hang on, let me correct it because you had the map upside down when I wrote down the direction.
That would have made it more accurate.
To be fair to me, I was holding it, I had to translate it in my brain. To be honest, I often get east and west mixed up. I have to think, okay,
No,
which
it
one is
wasn't,
east and
it wasn't
west?
your fault. I just
It's still
interpreted
the
the map
same
as
day.
being one way up
I
and you
never
had it the
confuse
other way
north and
up.
south, but I
We
do
should
confuse
consult
east
the
and west.
Daymaster.
Sorry?
It wasn't your fault. It's just that I understood the down of the map to be the opposite of the way you did.
Yeah. Never mind. So, well, it's just pointing deep into the Dimrak forest. That's all it's really doing.
So it's southeast.
It's somewhere to the south of Segenyev.
Segenyev, I don't like the sound of that.
That's where you come
That's
from.
that's my old place.
Or was.
I hope Segenyev is all right.
Well, it's a long way away, so maybe we could catch them before they get there.
How about we get going faster?
We could do that now.
Let's go to Segenyev.
You wish to cross the moors.
Yes,
Yeah!
we
The
do.
morning comes, you cross the moors.
Yes,
I
we
thought
will.
it was a character saying this.
Oh, so did I. I was bugging. Somebody stepped out of
Somebody
the
stepped out of the woods.
Hello!
No,
Oh, God.
Across the moors!
You never
Yeah.
go against Spanish Muslims.
You head off from Cherkas.
Yep.
As you ride out, the horses start neighing again.
Oh,
And in the
Jesus.
distance, you see
Luigi!
Washad.
Oh no, and we've got the mule with us, don't we?
No,
No.
no,
No,
Zachary
we
is
left
back.
the mule
Left
behind.
the mule
He's back at
behind.
the original
And
No.
presumably all the pelts
with
on
the
the mule.
horses.
We could make some more from this guy.
No.
No, that's not.
We see Loshad.
We
Only,
wave.
only
we wave,
briefly. He seems
we
to
wave
be,
cheerfully.
He seems to be keeping an eye on you again.
That's nice.
Do that.
Why is he weird?
He's half.
At
He's half
point of
horse and half
order.
man. I mean, he's a hexapod. I mean, really.
I know, it doesn't make a lot of sense.
Point of
From a
order.
biological
How do we
sense.
know
He's half horse,
that
half
all
man,
of
and
the,
half
all the
Italian.
hobgoblins have actually gone across the moors because we encountered their leader last night, and he had not gone across.
Oh,
the
you
moors
calling this out across the moors to Loshad in the
yet.
distance?
No. This is
Yeah, really loudly,
this
so
is
he goes
me.
like this.
I
Stage
wonder what.
This is me raising the point to the other players. This isn't even in character. It's something that we collectively, in our big Brians, have seemed to have
Our
missed.
big Brian's?
What have we missed?
That some of the goblins may have gone across the moors, but at least not all of them. Certainly their leader has not gone across
We should
yet.
overthink
Do
this.
we actually
No,
wish
yes, you're quite right. He went in the other direction. So the hobgoblin guy you saw was not heading across the moors. He headed north.
Aren't we chasing
So,
after
which
the
ones
guys
do
with
we wish
Stefan?
to pursue?
The
Well,
ones
my
with
thought
Stefan.
was, my thought
Yeah,
was,
you have a mission, which is
We want
to
to get
rescue
to-
Stefan.
And he's with the goblins.
Okay, that's a good point then. Yep.
okay, we need to find Stefan, and that means going all over the shop. So
Well,
anywhere we go is a good-
you know the direction is approximately south
East.
but it's not a big deal to detour to
South.
just see if we can't help protect my hometown.
Yes.
Don't worry about that.
Easy for you to say.
So, well, here's the question: do you cross directly towards Seganyev, or do you go in a purely southeasterly direction?
If they're heading towards second, if we might get there before them, if assuming they're going there.
If there's no, if
Southeast.
Seganev is totally okay, it's a nice place to rest for a little
But
while.
if they're on foot, we could probably catch them before they get there anyway. If we follow them
Probably a
directly.
good idea to go to Seganyev because
Alright.
it's probably going to be
Yeah.
destroyed
Okay.
before you get there. Sorry, John.
Yeah, we're going to have
Sorry,
to work out what's happened to your
30
family.
minutes left.
Mm.
You know, we don't have to work it out right now, but they might have survived, or some of them might have survived. Oh, I've given it away, haven't I?
Eesh.
Some
They
of
could
them might
just be
have
covered in
survived.
soot.
Or sauce even.
But anyway, you start crossing the moors
Applesauce.
towards Seganyev. And
Applesauce.
by late morning, you can see a column of smoke rising ahead of you.
They're making,
Late
they
again.
know we're coming and they're making pancakes.
Splotchy
In the
pancakes.
breakfast.
In the
Curse
breakfast.
you, goblins! You're taunting us.
Is this another day?
Not
Yeah,
yet.
what day is this now?
It's still morning,
Is it the
Jesus!
other day? Or is it the
We've got it
first
moving.
day?
I'll tell you when.
Still the same month.
After a brief stop in the middle of the day, you reach Seganyev early in the afternoon.
No. Mm-mm.
It's in ruin. It's been burnt.
Oh, not another. Oh, God, are we ever going to get ahead of
God,
these
we're
bastards?
unlucky.
I think
This isn't depressing at all.
I think this happened.
You
This,
thought my
this-
D&D module was depressing. Everything we arrive at is
First
burnt.
of all, we
This
need
is
to
a-
check whether
this is
it
a massive
accidentally
corpse
burnt down.
this did not happen. This happened sometime earlier than like.
Oh, so
A
we
few
could,
hours
we could
ago.
not have prevented it, therefore it's okay, they're all dead.
My point being is,
True.
what you're not doing. You're getting the impression. What you clearly seem to have the impression is happening is that you're chasing the wolves, that the goblins as they burn town by town.
yeah, we
no.
want to get the...
They've
before it happens.
attacked a series of settlements over the last few days at night.
Mm-hmm.
This happened a few days ago. It didn't happen really recently.
Well, we're going to have to go.
I just have to do this. I go to my parents' place.
Yeah. So I haven't decided what the hell has happened to them. We can do that. We can decide what that is. I'm happy we've
Well,
come
we're
up
about
with a story.
20 to 10 now, are we?
It's 9:20.
25 to 10.
25 to 10. We'll finish up soon.
Uh-huh.
So this happened. Yeah, this happened a few days ago. So it didn't just happen.
So what day did it happen?
Oh, Jesus, we won't know.
Okay, do I see
exactly.
anybody I recognise?
Most
as
likely
corpses?
Soldane, the 10th.
working
That
on
one.
Yes.
Yes.
Actually, probably
Okay.
before
Using
that.
our
Uncle
forensics.
Sergey!
I'm going to say.
Uncle Sergey?
I'm going to say your parents are missing. You can't find their bodies.
I can't find their corpses anywhere.
That's only because
That
they're
is-
mutilated beyond description.
That could actually be the case. That's for sure.
No, I thought it loudly with my mouth.
My goodness.
Quick, say something uplifting and cheerful for our comrade.
We will live.
And yes, we will live. Everyone else will have died.
My uncle,
but
my
we will
aunt, my
live.
cousins, my
have,
parents.
they may have died quickly and painlessly.
Oh, that was really uplifting. Thanks
Maybe
for
they
that.
murdered themselves before the goblins got to them.
Wow. Can I just say the world lost a great grief counsellor when you decided to become a librarian?
Welcome to Masada Grief Counselling.
Oh, good.
Okay.
So, at this point, just given what Loshad pointed in the direction of,
We should go south.
yeah, it's somewhere
To the south of here.
approximately. I mean, the Dimrak Forest is deep, but somewhere to the south, and you're on the very edge of it. Somewhere to the south east of where you are, deep in the forest, is
That's
so-
petrified
That's
forest.
over here, if we're currently here.
yeah, southeast being
Okay?
in that direction.
Okay?
Well, we head that way.
Yes.
So
Plunge
right
into
now
the
it's
woods.
early afternoon.
But before we head that way,
You should probably
my
bury some
character-
people.
well, yes, we bury a few
or
people.
build a pyre or something.
Pyre is
I
probably
will be
best.
quicker.
My character takes a dagger and slices a little bit of my wrist, takes the blood and says, "On the blood of myself, I swear that I'll find my parents, and either bring them to safety or avenge their murder."
Sounds good.
I don't know. It's garbage, but it's good garbage. Well done.
I say, by Grabthar's hammer.
Thank you for ruining my scene.
I'm thinking stirring music at the moment. I promise there'll be no more burnt out homesteads. You pretty much visited
Yeah,
them.
you
That's
promised.
because
us
everyone's dead. there are no more.
They're all burnt out now. There's none left.
There are a few others other than my parents missing, so maybe there might be some.
Remember, the wolf goblins took prisoners, so maybe they're prisoners. Maybe they escaped into the woods.
Maybe they've been barbecued.
Who knows? Like I said, I haven't decided. I thought,
Maybe they've been kidnapped by aliens and
We
having
can work
rectal
out
probes.
mutually if we wish.
Maybe they have amnesia and meet their long lost brother and marry them and die horribly later on.
Wow, that went in a dark direction.
That's very Tolkien.
Oh, I've decided what's happened.
Oh no.
It's alright. It's okay. It's not bad. Well, there's an
They
adventure.
were caught in the area of the Fetch when they launched the planet-shattering doom spell.
That's fatal and stupid.
Alright.
Would it be
so,
a wave motion cannon?
So you could either stay here for another night by spending yet another night in the burnt out homestead, or
Oh, well, that's what we do. Let's do that.
head off now
Oh, let's just head
while
off
there's
now.
still some light.
No, let's
No,
spend
let's
the
go
time in the
now.
burnt out
Let's
homestead.
head off now and try and...
Burnt out homestead.
Now.
There's a sense of growing urgency from the mounting numbers of burnt out homesteads. We want to kind of get ahead of this, even though it's completely a logical reaction.
1, 2, 3, 4. I reckon you can get about that far in the remaining hours of the day.
Okay.
Yep.
Actually, oh no, I've done it there. Probably should make it slightly shorter than that. And I'm going to write a little reference number next to that, which is that, because that makes sense to me. But it won't make sense to you, but that's fine. W10. Look it up in your copy of the module.
W10. That's W10, Saxon.
Look it up in the module.
W10. Downloaded from. What's it called
The
again?
Trove.
No
Day
point.
start with
Why would you
W.
do that? That would be cheating.
It would ruin all the suspense.
And be cheating.
Yes.
Meanwhile, I'm looking up W10. Give me a sec.
What's he doing? What's he doing?
I know exactly what it is.
It's his own module.
Isn't it like it's like Bunnings? You go W10 and they get it off the shelf and give it to you.
You don't go to Bunnings much, do you?
I've only been once.
Okay.
I think you're thinking of IKEA.
Yeah, it's a bit more like
That's
IKEA,
what
actually.
IKEA.
But you have to get it off the shelf yourself.
The kelp.
The
What the
shelf.
kelp? Ah, look, it's on the kelp.
Ah, it's mundane. It'll be on the kelp.
Monday's Mafana, it's on kelp number 2. Go find it.
Then he turned the turd.
Yes.
My goodness.
Look, it's, oh, we're out of the little roddy things. We can't get them. There's no more. You have to go and make them.
Oh, I'll never hit the stairs unless I have more to drink.
Yes.
Okay, as you're passing this way, you notice there are tracks through the forest
Oh, good.
made by somebody.
Tracks usually are.
Are they wolf tracks?
Vegetation seems to be cleared
Yes.
by axes.
Hackers, like
Oh,
machetes.
great.
Hacked up.
Forest dwarfs.
Orcs or dwarfs?
Let's go. I think we should
Dwarfs.
send.
Dwarfs.
I think we should send.
That's a
We are the
crossover.
dwarfs
The
of the
universe
forest.
already made.
Oh god,
Do they seem to be freshly made?
They'll
Do we
make us
notice?
join the lollipop
No, it looks like
guild.
looks like a whole network of tracks. It's been built up over some time.
All right, time to follow the tracks then.
At a junction of a couple of the tracks, it's quite a labyrinth, but you're going
Yes.
in the same general direction.
Yes.
Nailed to a tree
Yes.
is a big wooden
Oh Jesus!
Sign.
Oh,
Which-
it's like Blair Witch Project then.
No,
It's the
it'll be even
Forbidden
worse, It's
Forest.
going to be advertising.
No, it's a carving of a snake,
Keep out.
brightly coloured,
What colour?
red.
Carving of a brightly coloured snake.
Red.
The red snakes, that's what the things are.
The
Oh,
red
that's
snake
my God.
goblins.
Yes.
The Viper Clan.
The Viper
The
Clan,
Viper
yes.
Clan.
This is a symbol of the Viper Clan.
Well, I was going to ask, is this a symbol I know?
Presumably, their lair is near.
Right, let's just actually just screw these guys up. Like, let's just do it.
Point the sign the other way.
Sign.
Yeah,
So
that's
that
it.
when they get confused.
They'll get lost.
I thought we went down
Tell
to
me
this.
just-
Must be this
No,
way.
No,
Simple.
simple. We deface it. We put a pair of glasses and a funny
No.
grin on the
We turn,
snake's
we,
face.
turn it, we turn it upside down and we colour it blue.
Blue vipers.
We're upside down, we're blue now.
So basically, what we all agree that we're just going to
We're graffiti artists.
childishly
Yeah.
Yeah.
deface it. So.
No, come on, let's go and slaughter
I
some
think
goblins.
we should
Let's do
replace
it.
it with a picture of a wolf.
Ooh, a wolf skull.
What's you thinking here?
They'll think the other
Start a
goblins
goblin
have
war.
turned up and replaced
That's a
their
brilliant
sign.
idea. Let's
Yes.
do that. Is anybody here good at
How much
woodcut?
time are you spending doing that?
Makes babies like crying. doesn't
What
it?
day is it now?
And how much noise are you going to make while you do it?
Whistle while you.
Oh,
It'll take
we
only
need
10
wood
seconds.
chippers too.
It only takes 10 minutes with power tools.
And darkness is coming.
I don't have any wolfsbane grey. I can't get this right. It's just not.
Not the quite right, not the right shade.
Back to Bunnings.
Where's map
I
W10?
think we passed the Bunnings on the
I
way.
need map W10 right now.
No, come on, let's just go in and kill them all. I just really want to go in and
Yeah,
kill them
let's
all.
just go and kill them all.
Yeah, I've had enough of these arseholes.
And you haven't even seen them.
Yep.
Sounds like a good villain.
It's not like we can negotiate with them.
What if it wasn't them? Do they have wolves?
They probably do. Well, we'll send a message, won't we? Let's
To-
send
to-
a
And that message is we're murderous psychopaths.
Yep.
We don't know who it is. We are very confused.
Ah, here it is. I got it.
No, we send a message. to-
Genocidal murderous psychopath.
Look, these
Genocide
vipers.
or death.
Dave, did we encounter this viper clan at the great siege of the
Yes,
white horses?
all three
Yeah,
tribes
exactly.
turned up at Sikiskin. The
we
wolf,
can't be messed with.
the wolf skulls, the red blades,
Yep.
and the vipers.
Yeah, we can't be messed with.
Yes,
Now I'm
Westeros.
trying to remember.
Awful character.
I'm trying to remember which one
I
did
feel
which.
that
So the
remains-
wolf skulls, you know, attacked Ilikana and seized Stefan Twitching.
Yep,
So
yeah.
this is not them. This is a different tribe. Secondly, you know that one of the three tribes, when they attacked Sikiskin, buggered off early,
Yep.
stealing all the horses.
He,
And it was the Vipers who did that.
yes, he tackled one of their leaders.
And when the Vipers were on their way back to
Yeah.
their hold,
Yeah.
Oh, yes,
they
yes,
got
that's right.
ambushed by the wolf skulls and slaughtered.
Oh, so there might not be many
No,
vipers
no,
left.
not
They've been decimated.
So let us treat them with kindness.
Well, he's already knows one of them socially, so we.
How do I know one of them?
You tackled one.
You dated one for about 4
no.
months before you realised you really
Then
didn't have
The
anything.
red blades.
You didn't tell me you were a goblin.
The
You
red,
lost her phone number.
That's her phone number.
the red blades were the ones who, before dawn, did a suicidal banzai charge against Sukiskin after the Wolf Skulls had buggered off.
Okay.
So they may well be decimated as well.
We should just waltz into Matt's mosh.
The ones that aren't decimated would be the Wolf Skulls. They managed to preserve their numbers.
By buggering off.
Perhaps if we are kind to these ones, it'll tell us where the wolf guys are.
That's his job.
Yes, if anyone knows where the Wolf Skulls are, it would be the Vipers.
Exactly. So let us ask.
Okay, we will go and ask them.
Pointedly.
Hello.
After we've defaced their holy symbol.
Oh, shit, can we wash this again?
Clean it up.
Clean it, quickly clean it.
Look, we found this outside.
Look at what those wolves did.
Bloody wolf vein ones. They ran off laughing at you.
Yeah.
They
we
peed
saw
on it
'em.
as well.
We saw 'em.
Are you going to let that go unpunished?
Yeah,
now,
that's right.
now
What are you going to do about
it's
it?
getting dark. Are you going to do this now, or are you going to do it?
Next.
In the morning.
Are you talking about like for real? It's like almost 10 and it's
Yeah, I'm going to finish up now. Now's a good time. Let's not start a combat now.
Sleep, but we need
How do-
someone to
why,
be
why do you
looking
think
out
this is
at
going to
all
lead to a
times.
fight?
Yeah, he.
Like what?
yeah,
We're
yeah.
What, do you think we're murderous hobos or
But
something?
apart from anything else, I have to prepare the map.
Well, we could end up doing
Well,
a deal where he
yeah.
gets married.
Yeah.
I don't want to do that.
To that when he was dating.
Yeah.
I was not dating
Before that-
anybody.
before they realised they had nothing
This is
in
a
common.
classic romance situation.
Exactly.
You wrestled the
Lovers
woman
meet,
to the
lovers
ground.
split,
It wasn't
lovers
that-
meet
Rescue
again.
to the-
Realise they
You
have a
did
lot
wrestle
more
her
in
to
common
the
than they
ground.
thought they did.
You chased after her and wrestled her to the ground.
This could be a really romantic
To do what?
story.
Ask her questions.
To be honest, I think this is actually we've actually made good progress tonight. In part because I've been pushing things along, but I thought you'd be wandering around in the wilderness for ages just trying to work out where to go. But I've been giving you plenty.
Well, we didn't have Pete for a couple of hours, so
Exactly.
we really pushed the story on.
So you said that. I said no.
Come on, we're all thinking that. Shut up.
So-
I missed you. I missed you.
Frightfully
Go.
think he really does.
There is this encounter that I really want you guys to have. You'll probably hate it, but at least I'll enjoy it.
That's nice.
When the DM smiles, it's already too late.
But which is not the one that's you're about to have. But
It's not
anyway.
going to happen the way he thinks it is.
No, absolutely nothing ever does.
Nothing ever
He's
does.
not going to enjoy it at all.
No encounter survives first contact with the enemy.
Never mind. We'll see what we can do. All right. So, cool. I think we'll end it there.
We're at the Viper Lair.
Well, it's somewhere in front of you. You know
Yeah.
that. So you might have to hopefully be
Why am I thinking they're in a
undetected through the-
cave? Do you think they're in a cave or out in the open?
No, they're in the forest, so they probably live in
They're like
There
up in
might-
trees
there
and
might
shit.
be low hills.
in the
though.
trees, but they're probably living in
Well,
little.
they
But
could,
where
they
do
could,
vipers
they
live?
could live
houses.
like hobbits.
If you're a viper, are
Some
they under
pigs.
rocks?
Yeah, like hobbits. They can live in
No, they're
little
not
mounds
actual
and go
vipers.
into the ground.
No,
just
but
call
if they're,
themselves
but
vipers.
you know,
But they've got little viper tests.
So actually, you're going to do your little finish
but
part.
if they're
I don't have
viper-like
anything
and they're
there.
like,
My brain shut
I
down.
had poison arrows.
Now we're at the very verge of the Viper
Lo-
Lair, somewhere
logically.
before us in the Dimrak, the deep, dark Dimrak forest.
What?
Oh,
Logically, they ride vipers.
they
But
ride.
the wolf guys ride wolves.
You
They
think we're going to
ride
do this?
vipers.
And the goblins.
They're so going to
The
throw
vipers.
snakes at you.
Oh dear.
That would be
Adorn
freaking
ourselves with
terrifying. If I had a massive viper come at me with a goblet on the back
I am
of
so
it,
sick of
I
great
would be
goblins.
so scared.
I'm out of here.
That would be just ridiculous. But in the
True.
realms
they
of
would have won that
D&D,
other fight, wouldn't they?
Yes.
Okay. When
So
we're
hang
ready
on,
for
there's the wolf riding ones, the viper riding ones. What's the third one?
that- You don't ride
What? Yeah, what is this?
The
the
red
third one?
daggers, wasn't it?
Red Blades.
Red blades, yes.
They ride daggers!
Painful.
The wolf skulls.
Ah, we'll
the
get you
vipers,
now.
And the red blades.
The red blades.
So they,
That's why they're
Like
red.
blades.
'Cause they
Oh,
ride
those-
them.
Yes.
those roller skates with the single one
Yeah.
wheel
Oh,
down
of
the
course
bottom.
they're ice
The red
skaters.
It's the blades.
And that's
blades.
why they're so useless, because there's
Torn
no
and weevil.
ice.
Or maybe they just
They'll
that's
come
just
at
a
us.
symbol of their tribe.
That's right. They'll come at us like this.
That's right.
Or maybe just that.
Do you reckon these guys might have catch the
Only fight when the ground is perfectly flat.
It's not fun if we're not.
With their legs going like this.
You have to wait, we're flat in the ground. The big roller comes out.
The blades.
That's right.
All right.
Wow.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
Well done.
And I've marked where you are.
Yes.
You're right
Check
there.
these out.
Do we know what day it is?
We know
These are
what
the
day it
possible
is.
jobs that we
Oh.
kids in my
Oh.
Star Trek game
You
might
can mark off
on
one
their
more
first
day
cruise.
You sure?
because he's spending the night, so that
Okay.
means
No.
yeah. And I'm going to say
Just
nothing
remember-
happens to him.
Just remember, it could be marked off and we don't mark it off.
No.
These are what
Yeah,
they picked.
that will be
So when
hard.
we
No,
get
no,
back,
they'll get a
it'll be
random job.
Thursday, the 13th
It's actually
of Valmont.
Thursday?
Or I don't know. It's one of the print's not too good. What would it be?
What? Hang on.
Do you like them?
Which day?
Yeah.
That one?
That one, yeah.
T-S-E-R-D-A-I-N.
Yeah, it's Thursday.
Thursday.
I figure you're not going to be the dude
Thursday.
in charge of
Come
the
on.
proton torpedoes.